On. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, welcome to the first semi-finals. This is where things really get serious. At the business end of the tournament, we are here at the toss. The first semi-finals, Samp, they are, of course, coming up against Houston. It was a wonderful victory last night for Houston, and Samp, they have been steamrolling the opposition so far. Joining me at the toss is Vijay Duncan, of course, Abraham Jacobus Pina, the captain of Samp, and Unmuk Chan, the former India under-19 captain. I think Obi has the coin and he will toss.
Head sees the call.
Well, Obi, you've won the toss. What are you going to do?
We're going to bowl first.
And you're thinking behind that?
Yeah, just we'd like to chase. I think we've got a decent batting lineup, so hopefully defend them, restrict them to anything around 140 and chase that down.
Any changes in your squad going into this game?
Yeah, we've just got one change from yesterday. Karma LaRue's missing out, and then Mikey Finan is coming in.
And a word on Gauss. His batting has been really, really good.
Yeah, no, we all know he's a good player, and then I think once he gets confidence, he goes to that next level, and luckily he scored some runs for us, so his confidence is high, and hopefully he can continue with that.
Well, I wish you all the best in the semi.
Thanks a lot, appreciate it.
I think we have Unmuk here. Unmuk, what would you have done had you won the toss?
Well, the wicket looks good. I think I would have bowled first, but I don't mind batting as well because, as we have been seeing, the wicket has been behaving all right. I think anything around 150 is a good score to put on, and I think we've got the bowlers to sort of defend that score.
Last night, you struck a magnificent 6 over mid-wicket, and in the next over, you just chipped down the wicket, uncharacteristic of Unmuk Chan.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew that the ball was keeping a little low, and I just wanted to sort of, take him on early on. We know that sometimes in the power play it becomes very crucial to get those big runs because eventually, because the way the ball is behaving and a lot of dew as well, so later on it's difficult to sort of put boundaries onto the ball. Yeah, I mean, that was something very, I usually don't do that, but I mean, yeah, good to learn and probably, can come back a bit more stronger this today.
Of course. Any changes in your squad going into this?
Yes, there's one. Aaron Jones comes in of Luke.
I want to wish you all the best.
Thanks so much. Thanks.
The news from pit side is that Samp, they have won the toss and asked the Dallas All-Stars to bat first.
I like that forward defensive.
We're staying with cricket news, and young female administrator Samantha Qureshi in the United States was recently rewarded for her excellent work in developing cricket in that part of the world. The young Qureshi, a champion show jumper, was able to walk away with a recognition award from the Hall of Fame. Now, she's the chief accountant at Cricket Council USA, and her work was really recognized. Let's hear what she has to say.
I actually was surprised by getting this today. No one told me. So it was a pleasant surprise. Thank you, everyone who recognized me tonight. I do a lot of work with Cricket Council. I'm the CFO. I have my hand in a lot of different aspects of tournaments that we do and other aspects, like we do fundraising, and we have our youth programs, and I do a lot with all of that as far as organization and other things. So it's just really nice to be recognized tonight, and I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Well, thanks a lot. We want to continue to encourage Samantha in doing her work. From the West Indies, we want to wish her all the best as well. During the broadcast, here is Johnson flicked away. Beautiful shot there by Qureshi for 4. First delivery, it was as if he was batting there all night.
All or none is what Zishan Qureshi is all about, and as you can see on the replay, he lets the ball come on to him and just at the last moment opens the face of his bat and let the ball run away to the fence.
And that's down to the boundary for 4. Qureshi goes with this one. Massive hit. Couldn't go all the way. 6 runs. Sean Qureshi, a 6 and a 4. 2 deliveries. I think we're going to go home early tonight.
Look at that shot, guys. This is a terrific stroke by Zishan Qureshi.
Yeah. So here's Johnson. Johnson's a good bowler. Comes in now. Qureshi pulls this away for 4. Short delivery. It stood up and into the boundary for 4. He's on 14 or 4. And I think Danny Khan, who loves to carry on a panchite, he probably needs to get down there and start preparing the toss for the. In the warm-ups, he was not hitting the ball. The guy like he was playing a joke. This is pulled away, and that's 4 runs. This guy called Qureshi. That's 4. He's not going to muck around.
Look at the replay again, waiting for that ball to come on to him.
It was a bad delivery, though.
Bad delivery, no doubt, but freeing his arms, getting his left leg out.
I'll tell you this. Look at it. Sammy's back punches off the back foot, and he actually gets a single. So he is so fast dealing in boundaries. He now gets 1. He goes to 19.
Studies.
This time it's gone. It's gone into the swap shop. And while you're there, you can probably bring me back something to eat. That's a massive 6.
Look at the replay here. Again, this is all pure power as he pulls that ball.
But I wonder if he's a vegan as well. That's 6.
I think Qureshi is telling Trevon Griffith that you don't.
No corner and a wide mid-off. This time he hits it down the ground. Qureshi hits another 6. What's going on here?
And if you look at the
71
replay,
for 5 of 7.
look at the replay, Vinod. You can see he made room for that stroke. Again, waited for it and hit it over long off for 6 runs. That was a wonderfully struck stroke.
I wonder if he paid to come in. Here is Dean Johnson. He's into Qureshi. This is down the ground. Well, let's go. No. They take 1. They shouldn't be coming back for 2. So that's 1 more. He goes to 32 of 11. Gets a single down to long off now. Qureshi seems to be playing for the not out now. Probably that's the most singles he has ever gotten in his life. The pavilion end now, bowling to Qureshi. Not really getting that as he would have liked. 40 and out to Qureshi. This follows his 43 not out in the. That's a wonderful victory for them.
We are close to the end, folks, but we have a couple of more people that we need to recognize. And each year, the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame recognizes a person or organization whose dedication goes above and beyond typical commitment to sports and tourism throughout the county. Ladies and gentlemen, Muhammad Qureshi is this year's Outstanding Sports Contributor. Let's take a look at Mac's accomplishments.
No one has done more for the development of the sport of cricket in the United States than our sports contributor, Muhammad Qureshi. In 1999, Mac's passion for cricket led him to found a private sports and entertainment company called Cricket Council USA, which is the leader in the promotion, development, and expansion of T20 cricket in the United States. He has invested millions of dollars in the development of the sport across the country. MAQ built the first major cricket stadium in South Florida in Broward County in 2006, and he came to Palm Beach County a year later, building the Boca Riding Club and MAQ Stadium in Delray Beach, where championship events are held each year. The 2022 Legends World Cup will be played at MAQ Stadium. MAQ is a former member of USAcricket, the sport's national governing body. He is the president and chief executive officer of MAQ Group, one of the largest real estate and financial groups in the United States, specializing in commercial real estate and sports management. At a special ceremony in Boca Raton last October, MAQ was bestowed the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Cricket Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame contributor of...
Good evening. I know you see my intro. I'm CEO Chairman for Cricket Council USA, and my job was build the cricket in the United States and have 8 regions, which has been developing. And first cricket ever been played and fast version is at T20 in Dania Beach. I migrated 1984 in USA. My dream was how come cricket is not been playing one of the American sports. The reason is not been playing, there was long version games. It's the 5 days to find out who's win the games. So they never been one of the American sports. So I created the shortest version, it's T20, can finish 2.5 hours the games, and all Americans start liking that games. It's one of the American sports. But just remember, cricket the second world largest sports after the soccer, and none of them Americans recognize that this is sports is a cricket in America. But now is moving forward. We have first stadiums has been built internationally, and my duty is I live in Palm Beach. I brought MCL Major Cricket Leagues in Palm Beach County first time last year during the pandemic. And first Hall of Fame dinner night I invited have to host it in Palm Beach. Second goal is I want to bring this thing up World Cup championships in Palm Beach and Broward County in USA. 2024, I went to the Dubai last week. They're recognizing they can have World Cup in USA 2024. Is World Cup is cricket is just like Olympic. It's just like Olympic. So I want to first of all, I met today and who actually introduced me, Mr. Michael Zeff, actually, I'm sorry for his name, but he's the one who introduced me in here, and I did a lot of programs in Palm Beach County for the Kids Festival every year, and also we bring the first cricket fields is ICC approved in Palm Beach County. My goal is some way county mayors and commissioners and recognizing cricket in Palm Beach, bring one of the sports. Just for the youth, for knowledge, cricket is most paying sports. It's minimum, like my son is born raised is in Palm Beach. He's playing for USA teams. Minimum his contract is $200,000 small leagues to up to $20 million. That's a huge amount of the money incentive for the kids. He's in Dubai right now, he's playing up there. But there's a lot of American kids, they will start playing cricket now. So we have MCL we started, we like to your support. We want to have more field in Palm Beach County, and I can do my contributions developing cricket in Palm Beach. We want to bring Palm Beach one of the cricket home grounds, and God bless America, God bless West Palm Beach. Sports can be bringing in cricket in Palm Beach. Thank you so much.
Great day for the cricket for USA. As you see that thing, we are visiting ICC Academy in Dubai, and we have the host. We brought him here is Akbar Ran Akbar, which is for the UAE team captains and also the playing. And we have Nanda who came in also is the VP directors on the Cricket Council USA, and we see the concept of the amazing stuff and cricket developing international skill wise. That's exactly we need for the USA. If we say thank for you bringing me here for academy and show them a facility to us, and there will be growth for the cricket USA. Tell me about you've been here living so many years. How come you don't invite us to from the USA to come see it?
The cricket is in UAE. It's very long history, and it was my pleasure. You people came here. I have to show you people like what facility we are having. This is the best facility, even not here. If you walk anywhere, you will get beautiful grounds.
Yeah, but you never invite an USA. That's the question.
I
all
always
here you're coming for the last 10 years.
I always ask you, but you never. You people was thinking, oh, everything is in USA.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I have to show you first, and then you can decide when you want to come. You're welcome. Always. Thank you. We'd love to host you.
Thank you for hosting here, and then you saw this thing up, and as a viewer, as a foreign in the cricket in USA, tell me what you have seen today, and we don't have any USA.
Yeah, what I've seen is an integrated sports academy having all 10 dimensions of any sport. You have a fitness center, you have a ground for practice, you have for games, you have indoor facilities, you have 5-star physiotherapy for injuries, we have a cafeteria. So what we have not seen in US is having all these 10 components in one location, where it's like a one-stop solution for cricket development and cricket program, where students and sportsmen can join and be part of this academy, maybe a 3-month academy or the whole year academy, depending on how serious they want to get into it. And this kind of facility will help next generation cricketers to compete at the international level, and one day we will even win a T20 games with all the major countries. And I see, before we retire and from the cricket, we want to see US cricket team winning one of the major tournaments, ICC tournaments.
What is winning? Want to be a champion for World Cup?
Yeah, we can try. Unless you start thinking, the formula I learned all my life is, first you need to imagine what you want to do or what you want to get in cricket. Second, you need to dream about it. Third, you need to talk about it passionately. And then last but not least, actions. Like today, it took us almost 15 years to get here. I think this kind of facility, we should have been there in US for a long time back, but better late than never. So let's do it now, and hopefully the next generation cricketers will appreciate this kind of facility having in every major city and state of the US.
So today we got experience for the Cricket Council USA. We'll see the vision of the Dubai and a great event. We have academy, not just the academy. You have physio, you have cafeteria, you have indoor academy, and you have the shops, pro shops also, top of them. You have the gym where you can have daily. You have the swimming pools. You have 2 major grounds here. So that's why we need a facility in USA. So we're gonna make it happen in USA soon. For the MAQ group is working on the project. One of them is a Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're going to be working on one of the biggest events in USA.
Good afternoon for all US cricket lovers and the rest of the crickets around the world. We have Cricket Council USA founder and chairman in ICC Cricket Academy, and we are very honored and lucky to have him today. And let's find out what is the reason and why he is here today, and what he's trying to do to promote US cricket in the next few years. As we all know, 2024 ICC T20 World Cup has been awarded for West Indies and USA. There'll be at least 2 or more games in USA, and so basically we have about 2 years time to get ready, US cricket ready for ICC T20 tournament. So MAQ, so tell me, what is your plan of action from now, and why you are here in Dubai, meeting the ICC executives and officials?
See, we was starting now USA cricket for last so many years, last 2 decades, and we did as much promoted cricket in USA now. So we want to see the international scales coming to the USA now 2024 World Cup. So we want to see visiting the facility, visiting how they doing ICC, how they doing international scale, where they're dominating the cricket like India, Pakistan, all. So this is a great platform we have now to learn, bring that scale to USA. So our main vision to come down in Dubai, see that what standard of the grounds, what standard of the tournament they're happening here, what standard of the academy running it, and how they're setting up. So there's you can see the view of the academy they're running right now, and we just visit. Right before that, we visit indoor academy also for ISIS academy. So that we need to bring in USA now, because USA now is platform in the cricket now. So US Open is one of the major tournaments been playing for all this year, but now we have more things coming in USA. So we want to learn more experience from international skills. So that's the reason we're here for the ICC Cricket Academy, and look at it, the Sharjah stadiums today, and look at it, this thing of what we're missing for USA.
Excellent. And we have seen US T20 Open going on for 13 years. It's one of the reputable tournament, and we have a lot of teams from West Indies, India, Pakistan, and everywhere. So now in this year, you have endorsed at least 3 different tournaments. A few of them we know, Arkansas, California. So tell me about this endorsement and the movement which is happening in US cricket as every
So welcome to the semi-final play, the first semi-final here of the 2022 US Open. And it's the Dallas All-Stars taking first strike against Samp Army. Samp Army winning the toss. Jacob Ospina winning the toss and putting Dallas in to take first strike. Samp Army coming through unbeaten. And Dallas winning 2 of their preliminary round games. It's going to be Rohan Mustafa. He starts with a wide delivery outside the off stump. Looking to cut that is Adam Rossington. Adam Rossington is a very enterprising batsman. And this time it takes the inside edge down to short fine leg. And speaking about enterprising, let me introduce you to a very enterprising young man, Ivor Henry. Good afternoon, Mr. Ivor. How are you?
I am doing very well, Doc. And no need for the nurse to come on in. Now that I said that, I'm doing very well.
So it's going to be Unmuk Chan. I was having a chat with him at the toss. I was asking him about that uncharacteristic behavior last night when he ran down the track after 2 deliveries in the second over. He said, it's really unlike him, but he was just trying to push things along, and it's a learning process for him. This time he's scooping it nicely. This guy is talented. This is going to go very close to the boundary, and he's going to pick it up there now. They come back for 2. So the score at the moment is 3 without loss.
Yes, Vinod, hope you had a good lunch. You seem to be fed up. As the Africans would say, you're fed up to the stomach. Like say, when I eat, I just eat to survive. And Vinod say, I eat to get full. But I'll give you a story about that in a minute. And during the over, because we're going to be having ads along the way, so stick and stay, folks. First of the semi-finals is on the show. That one is outside the off stump. Pleasing to the eyes, and it's a lovely cover-driven stroke there for the first boundary of the match. Let's have a look.
And there he was. Oh, that's a gorgeous shot. Shots like that, I normally leave the venue. I pay and come back in.
Yes, indeed.
Overpitched, just transferring the weight nicely. And Unmuk Chan is so pleasing on the eyes.
Yes,
it's 7 without loss after 1.
Yep, with the 2 men out of the circle stationed in the onside, mid-wicket and long on. He just had to split the extra cover and mid-off, and away she goes.
Seems as if the skipper himself is going to come into the attack. So, let's see. So, it seems as if we're going to have double spin attack opening up here for Samp Army. Ron Mustafa, his first over 7 runs. And we're going to see Abraham Pina. Jacobus, OB, as he's affectionately called, the South African, has had a good series so far, leading the team. This time, this is a delivery that he was trying. Rossington, he will never die wondering, would he, Rossington?
No.
He's the right man for this sort of cricket. This one comes in with the arm, but he's going down the ground. That's a big hit into the boundary now for 4.
Yes, so he has joined the party and he's caught up with Chad. Let's have a look. Left arm round, outside the off stump, extending the arms.
In the hitting zone, really.
Yes.
So the US Open has been pretty good this year. So 14th edition. This US Open with 150,000 in cash prizes. I heard you spoke of that earlier, Ivor.
Yes, it's when you have to say it's US broad dollar notes. Not Guineas. On the back foot, splitting, extra cover and mid off, and away she goes for 4.
Yeah, so another boundary here for Dallas. Just getting back. Just pulling away, clearing that front leg, so he got the room to play the shot, and he was able to get it away for 4. As I was saying before, we've had over 240 players, and some of them international, and they've been here for the last 12 nights. Of course, this is going down the ground and over the ropes for 6. Pina roughed up here by Rossington. The score goes on now with that 6-21.
Bang out of here, extending the arms again. right into those blue skies, and that's all she wrote. He's been roughed up.
Again, tossing this one up. Pina not afraid to toss it up. Rossington not afraid to take on the challenge. It's the end of the second over, 22 without loss.
Yes, all of 15.
So we're back here now. This is over number 3. Ron Mustafa starting with a wide. So Sampami shell-shocked after that second over. A 16 runs game. 15 in fact. One more to Chand. What a proper cricketer he is, Unmuk Chand. Proper batsman.
Yeah, that's a proper cricketing stroke there. 25 it is.
I'm excited by the fact that he will be soon playing for United States.
Look at that again.
Oh, that's going to run away for 4. Just easing onto it, transferring the weight. It was all about timing.
I'm saying he plays in the V. Look at it again.
Rossington has been good.
He looks the part. Easy on the eyes. Again, you'll have to go back out to come back to the turnstile to pay for a third time.
So tomorrow, the final starts at 11 and at 2 p.m. The mayor of Lauderhill will be coming along to join in the closing ceremonies, the presentation ceremony where the winners will be taking away $100,000. That's big money there, Iva.
That's small for you.
Well, I know that's pocket change for you.
Man. You don't have to pick it, little man.
That's big money. $150,000 total prize money. It's the biggest purse in US cricket at this point in time. So the Dallas All-Stars are 31 without loss. They're playing Samp Army. The Army is a tough unit.
Yeah, they haven't lost a match in this tournament, and they don't want to be losing the first one in the semi-finals, because if you win, you stay in.
Yep. So with Camille Rowe not playing today, Pina decided to open the attack with Mustafa himself. It didn't work out with him, though. Ron Mustafa, 16-2, and Pina, he's gone for 15-1. So I think he may well look to change the bowling from the northern end, and yes, he's going to do that. He's going to do just that. There'll be a change in the bowling from the northern end. I was surprised, though. I thought if he was going for spin up front, he might have gone for Nisar Patel, who doesn't really turn the ball much. He's a wicket-to-wicket man, and he's very, very economical.
Well, Pina been booted out of the attack after 1 over for some 15 runs.
I don't know if you can say booted out. He's the captain. He's decided.
Well, he booted himself out.
He booted himself out.
Yes. Says that's what you call leading from the front. So you know what it means. If you bowl bad, I'm going to boot you out as well, because I've shown you.
It's going to be Michael Finan. Finan at least starting outside the off stump.
Yeah, he's not timing that one. Want to say good morning to Virgil Francis, who's taking in the viewing this time. He said he'll be here a little later this evening. So Finan now brought into the attack from the far end. Left arm bowling round. This time he's opening the face of the bat, getting a single. This goes to the right of the short third man, a single. 31, partnership of 32 as a matter of fact. Washington on 22 from 12. Chand keeping company. He's on 8 from 8. So Samp Army has not lost the match. Dollars All Stars. They shone brightly last night. But here they are in the daytime, and this time Washington looks good, looks the part. He's punching into the offside. Can't score. It's election day over in Nevis. So we're encouraging the folks to go on out and vote. Oh, he's going big. He's taking the one from outside the off stump and tugging it into the onside. And he goes for another US Open maximum. That goes for 6. Let's have a look. Left arm around. And he's taking it from outside the off stump. Extending his arm and going all the way down to the Cricket Council USA sign there. And that has gone for 6. So it's 39 without loss. Unmuk Chan at 8. He's on strike now. And here's Michael Finan. Driving uppishly down to third man for 4. He took a thick outside edge. The lock was with Unmuk there. And it goes for 4. Yes, indeed. The two men who can be stationed outside the 30-yard circle. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was wide. And, you know, you want to give Chan some credit there. It seems as if he opened the face of the bat. And it went away for 4. Well, when you slash, you're going to slash hard. If you're slashing, you need to slash hard. I think... So is it going to be Nisarg Patel? Yes, that's a good line. Good line adopted by Patel. Nisarg Patel, the US national player, experienced bowler. I thought that he would have been a good option up front. So he's looking to just pull it back here now. This time Rossington goes. It's in the air. Pina is getting under it. And the first wicket falls. Well, well, well. Nisarg Patel strikes. And Jacob Ospina takes the catch. Dallas, they've lost the dangerous Adam Rossington for 39. Have the height, have a lot of height, as a matter of fact. Came down into the safe hands of number 12. Well, Pina, the captain. Pina, so the captain is catching, didn't bowl well. Well, he's the tallest, catches well. He's the tallest man out there, so although that went high, he would have gotten to it before anybody else. So it's 43 for 1, and Samp Army, they have taken a wicket. I'm sure that Amit Patel is running all over the place with his air horn. Surprised I didn't see him at this US Open. So Nisarg Patel is one of how many Patels in the US team? I don't know. It's probably one of a million Patel in the USA. So you talk when you talk cricket in this country, you talk Patel. When you talk hotel, you talk Patel.
as well.
Yes. Well, first wicket is gone. Some Army, they're marching on into the wicket column. They've taken the first one. If they can get all of 10, inning would be closed.
This is cutting. Ah, lovely stop by John O'Charles there at cover. That's a commitment you want. Jonathan Charles throwing his weight around. Dangerous batsman.
Yeah, he looks good. Man of the match, player of the match yesterday.
Yeah. He was rapid with that 75.
Played really well for his 75 yesterday. Really well.
Man from St. Lucia, the Helen of the West.
He's in the Clive Lloyd Keith Atherton position in the cover region, patrolling that.
The big cat used to be there.
Big cat, yes. Remember Paul Sheehan? You remember that story? Banging to his left, Paul Sheehan stopped it. Bang one to the right, Paul Sheehan stopped it. One came straight at him, he just said, no, not 3 times in a row. Closest one to me.
This is pushed away. A quick single taken here. And Monank Patel, that one eludes him. Normally Monank is keeping wickets, but they've gone for the Trinidadian Amir Jangu, who is also a member of the Jamaica Talawas that won the CPL.
Yeah, Jangu played well in this tournament too.
Edged and gone! Nisarg Patel strikes again, and that's wicket number 2. Delivery outside the off stump. Cobb was drawn into the shot. It was so wide, he did not have the control and the catch taken. Let's have a look at it. Drawn into the shot and a nice tumbling catch in the end.
Yes, indeed. And the commentators curse. I said they're making inroads, and they would have taken the first one, and they would have sent them into bat, and they're going to try to get all of 10 before inning close. Well, I did say when we was talking about full, I was going to give you the story. These cane cutters in the field decided, Massa, empty bags can't stand because they're cutting cane. Massa said, okay, go ahead, get your lunch. 2 hours later, they're not back in the field. They say, what's up? You were hungry, you couldn't stand, come on over and start cutting the cane. They said, Massa, full bag can't bend.
I like that. Ivor. I think there's a situation after lunch here with Ivor that might be full bags that can't talk. Having said that, I'm going to leave you in the company of Lenny Archibald. And when you're speaking about sugar cane, Lenny's a man from Guyana. He's accustomed with that.
All right, there you go. So. Oh, well, Vinod is going to leave us here, and Vinod is the great. Well, there's another bowling change. Achaya, and he's outside the off stump cutting, but there's protection in the deep. There's a deep point in place. We're still in the power play, the last of it. 2 wickets in the 5th over, pushing back the Dallas All-Stars a little bit. Welcome back, Lenny.
Thank you, Ivor Henry. Unmuk Chan, Sajid Gowda out in the middle. They have lost a couple of wickets. They're going on almost 9 runs and over. Manajacharya, quality bowler. We'll get a chance to bowl to Sajid Gowda. All these players would have been part of the 2022 Minor League Series. Sajid Gowda, Unmuk Chan, Manajacharya. We've seen a very good contest so far. This is semi-final number 1. Next game comes up. Stallion X will take on the Masters. And then, of course, tomorrow the grand final. High noon. Or 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
In the morning. Ball cut away into the offside. Gowda will get off the mark. Monang Patel has been relatively busy at the backward point area. Always a high trafficking area, Ivor Henry.
Yes, indeed. The two men outside of the circle, they're square leg and the point. A little bit backward. Normally you have a cover sweeper, but they know these battles. They've been around. This is day number 8 of a 9-day tournament.
So Unmok Chan on strike. And he's a quality player. Great stroke player is Unmok Chan, and he comes into this game looking to get a big score. Sajid Gowda, he's a quality player himself, so a long way to go. 87 balls still to be bowled.
Well, they've been sent into bat by the Samp Army, winning the toss. They're trying to get all of the 10 wickets, and Dallas All-Stars are trying to get a defendable total on the board.
And the fact is, Ivor Henry, we were here last night, and Dallas All-Stars would have had to wait until the final ball delivered from Justin Deal that decided their fate.
Yes, it needed 5 runs. 5 runs, and so 5 runs would have, we would have seen what? A bowl off, super over. But they decided to do one better. Let's get the 6 and done away with it.
So Acharya's bowled well in this over. He's gone for 3. And this one turned into the onside again, an easy single off the bat of Sajid Gowda. And brings Unmok Chan back on strike. Let's see what Unmok Chan has done during the course of this tournament. Scores of 9, 8, 44 and 7. So apart from the 44 that he got, hasn't really been among the runs really. And so he'll need a big knock here in a game that would really count a lot. A chance to get into the all-important final tomorrow. This one brings up the 50 here for the Dallas All-Stars. And it comes off the bat of Unmok Chan. So 6 gone is 50 for 2. So welcome back, 50 on the board, 50 for 2. Nisarj Patel will continue. This is one of 2 semi-final, of course. And it pits Dallas All-Stars, who have been sent in here against Samp Army. Samp Army has scored some big scores during the course of this tournament, Ivor Henry.
Yeah, they've been over the 200 mark, I think, twice. Yes, twice. And I think the power play would have yielded even Steven, 2 wickets, 50 runs.
So ball stroked into the offside. Another easy single here for Unmok Chan. And he brings Sajid Gowda back on strike. And the fact is, Ivor Henry, when you look at Sajid Gowda and Unmok Chan, players of similar type, they like to stroke the ball around, tap it into open spaces, and then look for the odd boundaries here and there. And so we'll have to wait and see. But 83 balls is a long way to go. And they're going at 8.2 and over. Nothing wrong with the run rate for the time being.
Not at all. This one stroked into the onside and long off. Comes off the boundary and prevent any more than 1. Send it through at the far end to the wicket keeper.
So when you look at Sajid Gowda, he himself has not had too much time in the middle. Just a couple of scores of 11 and 14, but he hasn't really batted a lot in the series.
Just twice, I think.
2 or 3 times, but he gets a big opportunity here, having lost the wicket of Adam Rossington and Josh Cobb quite early. And so the likes of Unmok Chan and Sajid Gowda look for a lot of these, playing into the open spaces and looking for runs. And again, they pick up another 153 on the board.
Yeah, that's good feeling there. The guy coming from off the deep mid-wicket boundary. They thought of 2, but he remained a thought because he was really quick racing in there.
And Samp Army has really dominated their previous game. You look at their quarterfinal. What an easy game for them. They dismiss Titans for some 112. And we saw Johnson Charles striking some 6s, that probably some of the biggest one we've seen in the tournament.
Yes, it was a well-played 75.
So ball cut away into the offside. This has been a very good over from Nisarj Patel. It comes to an end And after 7 is 53 for 2.
Yes, well, we're back from the commercial time out there, and we had commentators sat around a table and came up with with a selection of players, an 11 that's here on the show. And we think even this 11 can give the West Indies national team a run for their money. I'll give you it during the course of this over.
So Manoj Acharya continues, and this one is eased into the offside from Unmuk Chan. I think you can go 54 for 2, 77 balls still to be bowled, 7.5 runs and over. So 54 for 2 at the moment.
Right, Amova is pulling this one from outside the off stump down into the deep mid-wicket region for a single. And let me get the viewers again to hear the West Indies team that the commentators came up with. Well, of course, Shea Hope would be the captain. Johnson Charles opening the batting with Cornwall. Shea Hope with number 3. We have Hemwaj, Rutherford, Shepherd, Odin Smith, Shannon Gabriel, Hayden Walsh,
Yannick Carrier.
Yeah, Carrier and Pear. Carrier Pear. So that's the 11.
So a lovely shot from Sujit Gowda, straight down the rung, over the bowler's head. And that's a commanding shot from Sujit Gowda, 60 for 2.
We'll have a look. Oh, glorious. Look at this. Straight over the bowler's head and held the pose.
Yeah, good looking shot from Sujit Gowda. Manoj has gone for 7 in this over so far. Unmuk Chan is batting well. Could be seeing a good display from Unmuk Chan. He looks the part today. He looks very solid. And the likes of Sujit Gowda and the others to come, Aaron Jones. We haven't seen him in the last game, but we're hoping that we could get a glimpse of Aaron Jones today. He's a quality player, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be an asset here to this Dallas All-Stars team.
So Cobb being the last man out, beautifully caught for just a single. Since that, these two have rallied on.
So ball tugged into the onside. We'll only get a single, and we saw the attacking, the batting of briefly of Adam Rossington. So 8 overs gone, 61 for 2. So 61 for 2 at the end of 8. Nisarj Patel will continue. Nisarj has bowled extremely well. 2 overs, no mitten, 2 for 5. He's picked up a couple of wickets. In fact, would have picked up both wickets so far. That of Rossington and that of Josh Cobb.
Yeah, so 8 coming from that over with a lovely straight driven 4 right back over the bowler's head and went down to the boundary for 4. Leon Francis, we want to say good morning, good afternoon. Well, it's good afternoon for you. I was going to say wherever you are, but we know you're in southern Tallahassee. Michael Chambers, Hall of Famer. We want to say good afternoon to you as well.
So Gowda gets a quality delivery here from Nisarj Patel. In fact, a run is given away as Nisarj moves to his right. Wasn't able to save the single, but he continues to bowl well.
Yeah, I think he must have run into the ball and kicked it away because the single was not on and the batters were alert.
So Unmuk Chan comes into strike. Nisarj Patel bowling at 2 for 5. He's picked up 2. He's only given up 5 runs. And he's bowled really well today. Look at that. Another quality delivery driven straight up to the captain, Obus Pinar.
Took a good catch. First dismissal. He was carted out the park in his first over, but he's catching well, fielding well.
A game ball driven into the offside. This time beats Pinar. And Unmuk Chan picks up a single. Still tidy stuff here from Nisarj Patel, the leg spinner.
I know you remember a gentleman by the name of Charlie Davis out of Trinidad playing those push drives. You know, in his batting, you know, Charlie Davis, push drive. That's how it reminds me of there.
So 2 runs in 3 balls, and they've had to work overtime here, so to speak, on Nisarj Patel. And Nisarj has kept the ball on one side of the pitch. He's varied his line and length pretty well. And these days, leg spinner in T20 cricket, they have become darters of the ball. Very flat trajectory at times. And another quality ball into the onside this time. Unmuk Chan wants a couple of runs. Will not be there. They'll settle for 1.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the strikers has not asked him to remove those white sleeves there. We've seen that quite a bit in this tournament so far, where they've been asked to remove them because they're pretty much getting in the way of the white ball.
So 4 runs in this over in 5 balls. Here's the final ball from Nisarj Patel. What an over we're seeing. And this one he's plays and miss, and that's the end of Sajid Gowda gone. Amir Jangu takes the bail off in a flash. And Nisarj Patel has taken all 3, 6-5 for 3.
Smart bit of stumping there. We'll have a look. Well, that was not a dart at all. It was turning and leaving him. Pushing back your foot a little too late, pal.
So Sujit Gowda is gone, 65 for 3. Nisarj Patel has picked up his 3rd wicket. And Aaron Jones will walk to the middle.
Yes, they're falling apart. There was a good 51 in the first 6 overs in the power play, in the mandatory power play. And since then, they've struggled to get up to 65. Early in the day, Samp won the toss and elected to field the first. We're into over number 9. Nisarj Patel, he is on the charge trying to get all of the 10 wickets, which is required if they ought to bowl him out within the 20 overs. He's got all 3 of them for himself.
So Aaron Jones comes to the middle, a man who has always made runs in these tournaments. A quality player is Aaron Jones, and he joins Unmuk Chan, their captain. He has batted well so far on 22. We've seen very good bowling from Nisarj Patel. And he's picked up 3 for 9 so far. Quality stuff from Nisarj. It's 65 for 3. Dallas All-Stars, having lost the toss, and was asked to bat first. And the captain comes back into the bowling attack. Pinar. And will come into bowl to Unmuk Chan. Still 66 balls remaining here. And ball worked into the onside, easy single for Unmuk. So Samp Army, you get the feeling, Ivor Henry, how much would you want to set for this powerful put together Samp Army batting lineup, considering they've made 202 occasions so far?
Yes, and it's a lovely day for cricket. The sun is in all its glowy blue skies, a few clouds hanging, but no weather clouds. I can tell you that. For now, we're going to have really good weather. The wind is picked up from the east. You can see that, but good day for cricket.
So Jones can score, receives his first ball as Pinar comes back into the attack. Pinar would have given up 15 runs in his first over. Couple of smashing shot back then off the bat of Adam Rossington. A couple of good balls here to Aaron Jones. He can score 66 for 3. And again, the spinners have really done well here.
Yeah, she's come back well. Like you said, giving up 15 and only giving a single off the first delivery. And now they're having the Dallas All-Stars in a vice grip.
So playing a miss again from Aaron Jones. So what an over we've seen here from the captain, Pinar.
There's a single, 4 dots on the trot. So let's see if he can continue this. If he continue in this vein. Good move by the captain.
Quality over comes to an end. 10 gone is 66 for 3.
Just one from that over.
So Nisarj Patel 3 for 9. The ball worked into the onside. And they pick up another single. Good tidy bowling from this leg spinner.
Yes, indeed.
So we've got 59 balls to be bowled. We saw Aaron Jones in the last over. 5 tidy deliveries to him, yet to get off the mark, but we know the quality of Aaron Jones. And he's always come up with some big scores from time to time, and along with Unmuk Chan, we'll be hoping the remaining 58 balls, they will have to put a meaningful total on the board here for the Samp, for the powerful put together Samp Army batting lineup. That includes Andres Gauss and Johnson Charles, as we welcome back Vinod Mamchan into the box. Vinod.
Thanks a lot. Lenny, I was saying early on that I thought Nisarj Patel would make a big difference, and he has. I thought that he could have bowled even at the top of the order as opposed to skipper Abraham Pina. But he's come in, he's done his work. And he has really been one of the better bowlers in this tournament, Nisarj Patel. He's been stingy, he's been mingy like so many of my friends.
Yeah, he's bowled well. He's picked up 3 wickets so far.
He's bowled as tight as Ivor.
Yeah, turned into the onside. He scampered through for a single. Aaron Jones and Unmuk Chan. But yeah, coming back to that, this is another cheap over. Just 3 runs off this over so far from Nisarj Patel.
I said tight, and it reminded me of Ivor. And you had to let it out of the bag and say cheap. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Anyhow, his favorite number is up. 69 for 3. 1 delivery to go. And that's a single. End of 11. 70 for 3. Well, it's 70 for 3. Jessa will get up to that magical figure of 80.
Yeah,
we like that figure. It's Pinar. So Sampami, they know that if they can restrict Dallas All-Stars to a reasonable score, their batting lineup is so powerful. Johnson Charles, Andre Gauss, Amir Jangu, of course, USA captain Monang Patel. So they have a very strong batting lineup.
Yes,
Jacobus Pina as well, the captain. Very good batsman.
Yes, Vinod, when and you're right to forget the likes of Manak Patel, who has hardly had opportunities to bat. There's of course the English player Solomon Bodinga.
Yeah, well, Monang did get a half century early in the piece. It was one of the match in Samp very first game. Gauss also had a half century in that match.
And you look at the batting here of Aaron Jones and Unmuk Chan. They're going through this sort of like middle phase, but still some big batters to come. Ashley Nurse and the hero of last night, Shamar Springer, still waiting to come on out. But for now, it's Unmuk Chan and Aaron Jones. So 73 for 3 on the board, 50 balls remaining. This over's gone pretty well again for Pinar. Just 3 runs off this over.
Well bowled by Pinar. And you can see that one coming in with the arm, cramping him for room. So Pinar's come back good after going for 15 in his first over. His last 11 deliveries has cost just 5 runs.
Yeah, and Samp Army still have some option. Carmel Leroux, Garrett Delany.
Well, Leroux is missing out today's clash. The only change from their last game was Camille Leroux coming out.
And they might have brought in Michael Finan.
Yeah. End of it. 75 for 3. So we're back here. Oh, we're not yet. Right, so we're back now. Garrett Delaney, the Irish player, is going to come in now. Delaney, the leg spinner.
So we've seen a lot of spin from Samp Army. In fact, only Michael Finan would have bowled an over of medium, perhaps medium fast. He went for 12.
Swell bowl. The length is what was impressive there. Sorry, Lenny, you were making a point.
Yeah, but other than that, they started with Rohan Mustafa and the captain Pinar. And then, of course, we saw some brilliant bowling from Nisarj Patel. 3 for 14 off his 4. He's done. And the introduction of Garrett Delany. We also saw a couple of overs from Manu Jacharya.
Well, bowled by Delaney. Excellent bowling here by the big Irishman.
Yes, spin continues to be a problem here. And the fact is, Vinod, I would want to think that they're going to exploit the fact that Unmuk Chan is more of a stroke player. And they will allow him, well, not that they will, but even if he gets a couple of singles in the over, they'll be quite content that he's not going across the ropes. And Aaron Jones, he's a type of player also would play in the same mold as Unmuk Chan. The thing is, Aaron Jones could ramp it up a little bit towards the end. And so we'll have to wait and see. Look at that, trying to go through the onside. For protection in the deep, Manu Jacharya is the fielder. And still a quality over here from Delany.
Yeah, it's well good. Delany has hit the spot immediately. Like spinners normally takes a little longer to hit the right note. But he's done that immediately.
So another quality over. We saw 4 from Nisarj Patel. We saw a comeback over from the captain Pinar. And this has been a good one here so far from Delany.
He's been really on spot. He has backed up the other bowlers with what they have been doing. 13, at the end of 13, you'll take that. 79-80, you will take that.
What might have been a very good plan to allow a player like Unmuk Chan to bat with someone like Ashley Nurse.
Well bowled there, Delaney. He saw what Aaron Jones was doing. And Aaron Jones decided to make himself into a left-hander and the lady decided to bowl him like a left-hander. End of 1379 for 3.
So after 13 is 79 for 3. Dallas All Stars having been sent in here against Samp Army, Vinod, and the fact is, mentally, when you realize Samp Army would have taken down a couple of double hundreds in this series, you might be a little bit nervous as what you set for this powerful batting team, Samp Army.
It's a really powerful batting unit, all making this a wonderful US Open. That one again coming on with the arm. Pienaar has really come back strongly.
Yes, his first over would have gone for quite a few. We saw Adam Rossington smashing a few down the ground. So Aaron Jones, in fact, Unmuk Chan gets into the act. That's a good looking shot. They'll come back for 2. And so beginning to free his arms here. Unmuk Chan, good looking shot.
In the zone, and splitting the hands of the bowler, Pienaar.
So up and over into the onside. He finds the gap. Unmuk Chan, he's waited around too long. And he decides to have a go. And that's a lovely shot over the offside field.
Yeah, just going over extra cover there, Unmuk Chan. But again, you can see from this delivery, an over-pitched delivery, there's no future in that there from Pienaar. If he wants to bowl that length, he has to come closer to Chan, probably on his boot, to cramp him so he can't free the arms.
So ball turned into the onside, but you've got to love the intent here of Unmuk Chan, realizing they've got to make a move. They've only lost 3 wickets, 38 balls remaining. They've got 2 big hitters. We saw last night the exploits of Shamar Springer, Ashley Nurse. If he returns to form, he could be a dangerous man here coming down to the back end. This one is nudged into the offside and turns the strike over to Unmuk Chan.
Well, the score is now 87, isn't it? And that's a number that the Australians don't particularly like. I know your favorite number is 80, Lenny, but we reached 87. This is a single that takes it to 88. At the end of over number 14, it's 88 for 3. So back to 88 for 3. And Delaney is going to come in for his second over. His first over, just 4 runs.
Yeah, we've seen very good bowling from Samp. And Dallas All-Star, 36 balls still to be bowled. Shamar Springer and Ashley Nurse certainly to come. Again, eased into the onside. Aaron Jones comes in to strike. This partnership has gone up to 24 runs now. And they're going just over 6 runs and over 6.2 to be exact. We've got 35 balls remaining in this innings. Dallas All-Stars were sent in. Ball cut away into the offside. Can't score. And so the tidy bowling continues here from the spinners. Garrett Delany. So again, we see Aaron Jones trying to execute this switch hit. certainly hasn't gone well in two attempts.
And he's not giving up. I think he thinks that's the way to put Delaney off. Delaney has been really good, the tall Irishman. This time Jones gets a hold of him and hits it out of the ground for 6. Into the practice area to the right of us. And that will give him a lot of confidence.
Yeah, good looking shot again from Aaron Jones. Look at this one, straying down the leg side into the zone. And finally, an orthodox shot that really goes for 6, 95 for 3.
I'll tell you something though, Lenny. The mere fact that he was switch hitting or trying to switch hit, I think that is what led Delaney to bowl that line. In the event that he was going to switch hit again, it would have been a good ball to a left-hander. So, outfoxing Delaney there. So he might not have executed with the reverse sweep. But it did dictate what the bowler bowled next up. He stood his ground and was able to hoik it away for 6.
So Aaron Jones and Unmuk Chan given a drink there. Cornet Dry runs out with a refreshment. Dry
brings a drink. So Dry comes out to wet the throats of both players.
Cornet Dry is a quality pacer, and I'm surprised that he's not factored into the latter stages of the Dallas All-Stars campaign. Not too sure if he's injured or he's just come to Florida just to help out as part of the support staff. But he's a very good pacer, Cornet Dry, so he has run on with the drinks. 95 for 3. Aaron Jones has gone quickly up to 14. In fact, he's used up quite a few balls, 14 off 18. So, Unmuk Chan has been there from the start. Can you show us the 3 wickets?
Well, I think the ball has gotten stuck somewhere and they're borrowing the bat. The house is borrowing the bat of Aaron Jones to go fetch the ball.
It's under the roof of the net.
Well, in the interim, the umpires come out with a new box of balls. So there's Gauss.
So this is the 3 wickets so far. Adam Rossington holds out towards Pinar, who took a very easy catch. So that was the end. That's the first wicket of Adam Rossington. And then Josh Cobb didn't last long. Into the hands, very soft dismissal, a good executed catch from what appears to be, might have been Andres Gauss. And the 3rd wicket of Sajid Gowda. Lightning quick stumping from Amir Jangu. 95 for 3.
Excellent work there by Jangu. I think they're still trying to get that ball. Yes, there it goes. That was a reverse pull.
Yeah, he gets a round of applause.
Well, I want to give the cameraman a round of applause for that.
Yeah, Richard and Ronnie, cameraman on the ground.
Really hard-working guys.
So 95 for 3, 32 balls remaining. Aaron Jones and Unmuk Chan out in the middle. A partnership of 30 between the pair. And we're ready for play almost. But take a look what caused the interruption. For about 5 minutes, it went on to the roof of the practice area that is netted. And it stayed on the net for so far. I think, Vinod, if you were a ball and you got so much beating, you probably would want to hide.
Yeah, I would have stayed on top of the net. I would have stayed there.
And we've seen you go to a cricket match, and when a ball is struck outside of a cricket ground, it finds some weird places. And And balls find some weird places to go and hide at times, eh?
Yeah.
Up in the trees. So we're back with cricket.
Yes, Delaney with the final delivery. No, 2 deliveries still in this over. And Jones again looking to go big. Gets it on the ground.
So Aaron Jones, several one international games under his belt, T20 international, having been part of the US national team for some time now. He seems to be one of their fixed middle order batsmen there. He's done well. So ball again eased into the onside, looking for a couple of runs. They come back, they challenge the fielder Monang Patel, not great with the arm for now. And they come back for a couple of runs. Well run in the end from Aaron Jones and Unmuk Chan.
Well, it was a weighted shot, and this is the class of Unmuk Chan. He knew exactly where Monang was. He weighted the shot in order to get back for 2. Monang, of course, is a regular wicket keeper. So it's the end of the 15th. It's 98 for 3. And coming a calling, I want to thank Lenny for his spell over the last 10 overs or so. And up next is Ivor the Great Henry. Oh, so we are back here at the moment, and we're taking in the action here at the Central Borough Regional Park. Semi-final number 1 at the US Open. This is in the air, and he's in trouble. He's dropped it. Well. Catches win matches, and Manu Jacharya will be very unhappy with that.
Yes, the ball stayed in the air for an eternity. He had to come down, and he waited and he waited. And here he's getting onto it, and he spilled it.
Yeah, that should have been taken. You would have taken that with your hands tied behind your back.
And here we are on Broadway.
Yep, that's 100 up now. It's 100 for 3. So Dallas All Stars will be looking to mash on the accelerator now. And very puzzled looking Ivor. Couldn't believe what he just saw there with that catch. Outside the off some edge. Well, a tick outside edge. Didn't go as straight as he wanted it. And they're going to come back for 2.
It's good running between the sticks.
So you can see the effort now to accelerate.
Yes, indeed. Especially you have to capitalize on the chance that was given in the deep. And it's funny, when you're playing, the batter cannot touch the ball. But earlier today, when the ball left the park, we saw the batsman, the fielder, taking the batsman bat to go fetch the ball.
Yeah. A guy was borrowing the bat of Aaron Jones. It's clipped away, and the umpire has to duck. It's down to... And he has to duck again with the return.
I think they're targeting the umpire.
They're targeting. They don't like him.
Yeah, the batsman is targeting him.
They don't
and
like
then
him.
the
They
fielder
oh, man. They want to injure him. Chan and Johnson Charles conspiring there. As Chan...
We know cricket is a team sport, but when you tag teaming the umpire. I have to look out for my umpires, you know.
Umpires have... well, if he didn't duck... It's driven down the ground.
They made a whole song for the umpire, you know. He ducking it.
So this is over number 16. We're having fun here on semi-finals day.
Day
There's
number 8.
one more semi-final to come. That's this evening. And we will be waiting to see the Masters in action. They will come up against Stallions. This is Hoyt away for 6. Bad delivery by Manu Jacharya, and just helped away around the corner. The second 6 struck here by Aaron Jones.
Yes, lovely. You still have to hit them though, no matter how loose they are. Let's have a look.
So it's have we reached Nelson again? I'll then look across to Roddy Lalman, who normally hops until the score moves from Nelson.
Yeah, you have to stand on the 1 foot.
1 foot, yes.
And you know the Nelson, I was told by Lenny, this one guy who had one eye, one arm, and one leg.
Yes, he told me that. He said the guy was an umpire. And that was the situation. I would have liked to have seen him signal a leg by. 111 for 3. What delivery to go in this over? Charia, much better, taking the pace off. And the ball not coming up as Jones looks frustrated. End of 16. It's 111 for 3. So 4 overs to go. Chan is still there. The ever-present danger of Unmuk Chan. And Roddy is relieved. Score has moved away from Nelson.
He has worked his way up on to 42 from 40. Looks good. Well, the party started now on the 16th over. And they've done well. There's a good partnership. We'll get that on view shortly for you. Oh, this one is up in the air. There's a man getting on it. Oh, he's not.
He don't drop them. He has hands like a bucket. And he collects that catch. The 4th wicket has fallen. And the dangerous Aaron Jones has to make his way 26 off 25.
Yeah, that's his 2nd catch of the inning. So the skipper is leading. Let's have a look. Had the height, never the distance. As the skipper was there in the mid-off position.
Yeah.
Takes it straight out of the coach's book.
Had the height and not the
distance.
Not the distance, not the length. You all know how important is that.
Yes, I'm telling you, you have to go long.
Yes. Or else you go wrong.
That's it.
Ashley Nurse. I'm surprised by the fact that Ashley Nurse is going in now. I thought on momentum, on confidence, I would have sent Shamar Springer.
But no, he started it last night. He started to come back last night.
Yeah, but Springer.
And but Springer was batting with him, and he out-batted Springer, and he was out to the soft dismissal caught behind. But he was the one who was doing the heavy lifting when he and Springer was batting. So I think Nurse has the momentum. He wants to maybe continue from where he left off last night. He got into 32, I think it was. Batted well.
So Mustafa is back, taking that wicket.
So Chan have to be mindful that he's going to work his way up to 50 for himself. He has got to forget about the 50 and think team. They were sent into bat by Samp Army, who has not lost a match in this tournament, and one of the highly favorites to win this tournament.
Driving immediately. Oh, Mustafa should have made a better effort than that. He seems to have been one of those guys who left the cane fields and went to have lunch.
Yes, fullback can't bend.
Yes.
Yes, and hey. I'm saying I think he's batting too careful. He's looking at the scoreboard, looking at his personal score. And this is where he has got to go hard and forget about that 50.
Well, we saw last night he had a cracking 6 over mid-wicket. Chan, that is I'm saying. Pina gets in the way of this. So the Samp Army spinners have been absolutely good here tonight. Well, this afternoon.
It's night somewhere. It's okay.
End of 17, 115 for 4. So we're back, and it's Michael Finan outside the off stump. That should be signaled wide. Django can't hold on to it. It was wide. Can't blame Django for that.
Yes, well wide of the mark. But what was Nurse playing though? I don't think he was looking. He was swinging at the ball way outside the off stump.
Samp bowlers will want to be tight as they could be in the last 3 overs here, because then that could create. They don't want to release the accelerator here. They want to keep on going. Chan bowls and the delivery cuts him in half. It was a slow delivery. He ran his fingers down the seam, and it was able to cut him in half.
I think he had to think team. I said it. Chand, you have to think he's too defensive. He's just, I want personal 50 for myself, but he's not looking at the scoreboard. We're into over number 18.
This time he scoops this away nicely. This should bring him his half century. No, in fact, he's only 43. I thought he was on 48 somehow. My eyes deceived me there. So 2 more to Unmuk Chan. Isaac Patel giving chase.
Yeah, he's not showing any aggressive intent.
Down the ground. Not really getting hold of it.
Because his intent first is to defend, to work his way to a 50. You can see. I mean, I'll keep him on strike for as long as I could. If that was a full pitch delivery, he should have been able to smack that out of here. Been batting for some 43 deliveries.
There's Finan. Another slow delivery. So he's mixing it up nicely here, Michael Finan.
Yes, anything under 140, I think that is going to be a walk in the park for Samp Army. They won the toss, elected to field first. They're doing a good job. Just that one expensive over 15 from the skipper.
You know, I've been informed when it comes to my estimation of scores. I said 127 in the last game, and it did get up to 127. 2 days ago, I had mentioned a score of 93, and the team did get 93. So, based on current form, I'm motivated to give a prediction of a final score here, and I think 133.
Okay, I'm writing it down. I've taken note. 133.
Finan. Chan hits this down the ground. This had to duck, otherwise he would have nursed an injury there.
Yeah, he almost ducked into it. Yeah. Almost. Look at this. Have a look.
Yeah. Going wide of the crease, coming in. Oh! Ashley would have nursed an injury. So it's the end of 18. And the end of 18 is 120 for 4. First delivery worked away down to Johnson Charles. So that's one. Mustafa's bowled well. Has to be careful with Ashley Nurse here. Down the ground. Good shot. Protection though. So far so good for Samp.
Yes, indeed. They've held the rein. They've come back well after that first over from the skipper that was cutted for 15 runs.
Chan advances. The fielder makes a meal of it. Mustafa would not be happy.
That's his 50.
And he gets to his 50 off 48 balls. Not really the strike rate that he would like. Pulled away down behind square. Fielder there. The man called Munang Patel.
Yeah, they're going to need some boundaries. They're getting up to the end of this. This is the penalty bet over.
Those drives off the outside edge. He's going to run away for 4. Down to third man. Just opening the face and driving the Ashley Nurse. And Mustafa's figure spoiled a bit. Now.
That's a good looking shot. Let's have a look.
And this is why it's important to feel well. Nurse would have been off strike. And they would have gotten a Chan, who has not been very aggressive. This one goes through. It's the end of the spell there by Mustafa. It's 4 overs, 29 runs coming. At the end of 19, it's 131 for 4. One over to go, 131 for 4. And his own Mukchan on strike is 51. Michael Finan has bowled well. None for 19 and 2. Doesn't really reflect how well he has bowled. And he's going to end the innings here now.
And you're hoping for just 2 runs from this over.
Here's Finan to Chan. It's down the ground. That's 6. Mukchan shows that he has the power.
Yes, indeed, that was a good shot. He could have done a bit more of that. He wanted to work his way into up to his 50. He's advancing and he's swatting this one over wide long on for 6. He needed to do that earlier. He spent a long time in the 40s.
Well, this guy is talented, no doubt. Unmuk Chan. And he's decided to play for America, which is a great thing.
Yes, but you have to play for the Dallas All-Stars. That's what's in front of him now. So go get you 160 runs. Let's see if he can do that from this over. 160.
Finan again.
Now he's showing aggression.
I think he should have shown that at least 4 overs ago.
Yes, I did say that. And you have to put the team first. You have the shots, just don't work for your personal 50. That's a personal goal. But what about the team? Sucked up quite a bit of deliveries there. Now he's asking Nurse to do some heavy lifting, who has only faced 7 deliveries.
Oh, that's a big hit by Nurse. That'll go over the ropes. In fact, a wonderful effort down there. And let's see. Just a single. What an effort.
Yes, he denied him. Let's have a look here.
Denied him a 6. Again, ripping his fingers across the seam. It was a slow delivery. And let's see what Richard has for us here. He timed the dive to perfection. Budinga.
Yes, Astiners thought it was going to go for 6. He stayed there. They could have at least gotten 2. They only got a single. And Chand was upset with him because Chand kept running. And Astiners stayed there watching his pose. He pulled it flat. It would have been a flat 6.
He probably thought he would have gotten 6 there, News. Oh, and Chand makes a mess of this one. Trying to go across the stumps to play that ramp shot. It's not there.
Okay, we have gone past your 133 prediction. I didn't want to rub it in. 139. So they got a few more. Are you saying that anything over 139, Samp Army would be in trouble?
I don't think so. That powerful batting lineup they have, but you never know. It all depends on how well the Dallas All-Stars bowlers stick to their plans. It's 140 now, has it reached? No?
Yes.
Should be 140.
140, yes it is. 140 with that leg by. One delivery left in the inning.
Time he arches backwards and the catch has been spilled. Feeling there, Monang Patel, at least he got rid of the ball quickly and reduced it to 141 for the loss of 4. And Monang Patel not holding on to it, but he did the right thing. He got rid of the ball immediately. The last over. There you can see I've 10 runs coming off it, and the scorecard: Adam Rossington caught Pinar Bol Patel 29, Uno Chang that out 58 or 53, Josh Cobb caught Gauss Bol Nisak Patel 1, Gowda stumped Amir Django Bol Nisak Patel 11, Aaron Jones caught Abraham Pinar Bol Ron Mustafa 26, Ashley Nurse he was not out on 10. Have a look at the bowling now. Well, you can see the wickets falling. This was Rossington. Immediately with Nisak Patel coming into the attack, the wickets started to fall. He actually took 3 wickets. And here's his second. Here's a lovely catch down at the backward point. And that was wicket number 2. Gauss himself taking that. Patel wasn't finished there. Oh, that was a lightning quick stumping by by the good man Amir Django. And the bowling: Mustafa 4 overs 1 for 29, Pinar 4 overs none for 30, Michael Finan 3 overs none for 28, Nisak Patel, the star of the show, 4 overs 3 for 13, Manager Charia 3 overs none for 26, Gary Delaney 2 overs none for 14. We take a short break. When we come back, Samp Army will be chasing 142. We're staying with cricket news, and young female administrator Samantha Qureshi in the United States was recently rewarded for her excellent work in developing cricket in that part of the world. The young Qureshi, a champion show jumper, was able to walk away with a recognition award from the Hall of Fame. Now she's the chief accountant at Cricket Council USA, and her work was really recognized. Let's hear what she has to say.
I actually was surprised by getting this today. No one told me. So it was a pleasant surprise. Thank you, everyone who recognized me tonight. I do a lot of work with Cricket Council. I'm the CFO. I have my hand in a lot of different aspects of tournaments that we do and other aspects, like we do fundraising and we have our youth programs, and I do a lot with all of that as far as organization and other things. So it's just really nice to be recognized tonight, and I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Well, thanks a lot. We want to continue to encourage Samantha in doing her work. From the West Indies, we want to wish her all the best as well. During the broadcast, here is Johnson flicked away. Beautiful shot there by Qureshi for 4. First delivery, it was as if he was batting there all night.
All or none is what Zeeshan Qureshi is all about, and as you can see on the replay, he lets the ball come on to him and just at the last moment opens the face of his bat and let the ball run away to the fence.
And that's down to the boundary for 4. Qureshi goes with this one. Massive hit. Couldn't go all the way. 6 runs. Sean Qureshi, a 6 and a 4. 2 deliveries. I think we're going to go home early tonight.
Look at that shot, guys. This is a terrific stroke by Zeeshan Qureshi.
Yeah. So here's Johnson. Johnson's a good bowler. Comes in now. Qureshi pulls this away for 4. Short delivery. It stood up and into the boundary for 4. He's on 14 or 4. And I think Danny Khan, who loves to carry on a panchite, he probably needs to get down there and start preparing the toss with in the warm-ups. He was not hitting the ball. The guy like he was playing a joke. This is pulled away, and that's 4 runs. This guy called Qureshi. That's 4. He's not going to muck around.
Look at the replay. Again, waiting for that ball to come on to him.
It was a bad delivery, though.
Bad delivery, no doubt, but freeing his arms, getting his left leg out.
I'll tell you this. Look at it. Sammy's back punches off the back foot, and he actually gets a single. So he is so fast dealing in boundaries. He now gets 1. He goes to 19.
Studies.
This time it's gone! It's gone into the swap shop. And while you're there, you can probably bring me back something to eat. That's a massive 6.
Look at the replay here. Again, this is all pure power as he pulls that ball.
Well, I wonder if he's a vegan as well. That's 6.
I think Qureshi is telling Trevon Griffith that you don't.
Corner and a wide mid-off. This time he hits it down the ground. Qureshi hits another 6. What's going on here?
And if you look at the
71
replay,
for 5 of 7.
Look at the replay, Vinod. You can see he made room for that stroke. Again, waited for it and hit it over long off for 6 runs. That was a wonderfully struck stroke.
I wonder if he paid to come in. Here is Dean Johnson. He's into Qureshi. This is down the ground. Will let's go? No. They take 1. They should be coming back for 2. So that's 1 more. He goes to 32 of 11. Gets a single down to long off now. Qureshi seems to be playing for the not out now. Probably that's the most singles he has ever gotten in his life. The pavilion end now, bowling to Qureshi. Not really getting that as he would have liked. 40 out to Qureshi. This follows his 43 not out in the. That's a wonderful victory for them.
We are close to the end, folks, but we have a couple of more people that we need to recognize. And each year, the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame recognizes a person or organization whose dedication goes above and beyond typical commitment to sports and tourism throughout the county. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohammad Qureshi is this year's Outstanding Sports Contributor. Let's take a look at MAQ's accomplishments.
No one has done more for the development of the sport of cricket in the United States than our sports contributor, Mohammad Qureshi. In 1999, MAQ's passion for cricket led him to found a private sports and entertainment company called Cricket Council USA, which is the leader in the promotion, development, and expansion of T20 cricket in the United States. He has invested millions of dollars in the development of the sport across the country. MAQ built the first major cricket stadium in South Florida in Broward County in 2006, and he came to Palm Beach County a year later, building the Boca Riding Club and MAQ Stadium in Delray Beach, where championship events are held each year. The 2022 Legends World Cup will be played at MAQ Stadium. MAQ is a former member of USAcricket, the sport's national governing body. He is the president and chief executive officer of MAQ Group, one of the largest real estate and financial groups in the United States, specializing in commercial real estate and sports management. At a special ceremony in Boca Raton last October, MAQ was bestowed the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Cricket Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame contributor of...
Good evening. I know you see my intro. I'm CEO Chairman for Cricket Council USA, and my job was build the cricket in the United States and have 8 regions, which has been developing. And first cricket ever been played and fast version is at T20 in Dania Beach. I migrated 1984 in USA. My dream was how come cricket is not been playing one of the American sports. The reason is not been playing, there was long version games. It's the 5 days to find out who's win the games. So they never been one of the American sports. So I created the shortest version, it's T20, can finish 2.5 hours the games, and all Americans start liking that games. It's one of the American sports. But just remember, cricket the second world largest sports after the soccer, and none of them Americans recognize that this is sports is a cricket in America. But now is moving forward. We have
Welcome back. We are here for the one chased. 142 needed for the Samp Army to move forward into the finals tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Dallas All-Stars are going to try to say, I want to be here tomorrow. So it's going to be the battle of the giants. Shannon Gabriel against Johnson Charles. Gabriel ball in hand. Welcome back, Lenny.
So 142 is the target. And Johnson Charles showing Shannon Gabriel the full face at the bat, and things are on the way here. 142 is the target. 141 posted by the All-Stars, of which Unmuk Chan got 58 not out. And we saw Adam Rossington 29 and Aaron Jones 26. And I got the impression that while Unmuk Chan would have batted well for a half century, it took some time to come. And the opportunities for Ashley Nurse and Shamar Springer was very limited or very nil. And towards the end, I thought they should have picked up another 20 or 25 more runs had they sped up somewhere along the line at about the time in which Aaron Jones was in the middle.
Yeah, he took some time in the 40s to get to his 50 and thought he was looking for his personal 50.
So down the leg side, Rossington does well to keep the ball in play. Wide is the call.
So they're on the way in the one chase. Started in with extras. And we acquired one with just over 7. So it shouldn't be a hard axe by any means. Samp Army has not lost a match in this tournament. They're 3 up. Looking for a fourth.
So Samp Army takes on the All-Stars from Dallas here. And then, of course, later on at 5:30 will be the Stallions X. They will come up against Masters. Oh, he's gone. So Johnson Charles is gone without scoring. Shannon Gabriel strikes, and it's 1 for 1.
Yeah, that's one coming back into Johnson Charles with pace. Let's have a look. This one coming back into him. It was a long way forward, but the umpire said it was not swinging enough to beat the leg stump. Johnson Charles has gone for ducks, started a duck form.
So Solomon Bodinga comes to the middle. And Samp Army, they have lost the big wicket of Johnson Charles. Second legal ball into his bowling spell from Shannon Gabriel. And they've taken out one of the biggest threat.
Yes, well, they know they have to make some inroads into the batting, and they've started from over number 1. They have to carry on, so we know in order to keep the Samp Army quiet, I think the first mission is to try to get all of the 10 wickets. At the same time, try to keep the first power play under 50. And the mandatory power play yielded some 50 for the Dallas All-Stars.
So Solomon Bodinga comes in here in the first over. We've seen a fired up Shannon Gabriel, and he's running in and bowling fast this afternoon. And ball outside the off stump, it goes through to the keeper Adam Rossington. So things are on the way here. Kept a little bit low, right?
Yes, as if it's not getting up. It's about the middle of the stump that one came through. It carried through to the wicket keeper, but we haven't seen that bounce as yet. I guess he has not put in an effort delivery as yet. But 141 to win, they would have made 141 Target score 142, 1 for 1. Shannon Gabriel still looks sharp.
So playing a miss here from Solomon Bodinga. Things have gone pretty well here for Shannon Gabriel and Dallas All-Stars. They're defending 141. And so far they've only given up one wide off the bowling of Shannon Gabriel. But you've got to be pleased that he's taken out perhaps one of the biggest threats of Samp Army, Johnson Charles.
A big fish, yes. It did well. Ashton is in the first slip. Looking for that edge from the southpaw because Gabriel is going across the left-hander. Thought they should employ a gully. But backward point is sitting back on the 30-yard circle.
So Samp Army would have just returned from the Abu Dhabi T10. So ball pulled into the onside. Could pick up a couple of runs. Fielder coming around. And so 2 runs to get off the mark from Bodinga. It's 3 for 1.
Yeah, the one was length delivery. He got on the back foot, tried to get it into the onside, but this is the mandatory power play where you can only have 2 fielders outside of the circle. One is stationed in the deep mid-wicket area. And I'm supposing the other is below us here. We're obscured by the side screen below us. I'm not.
So 3 runs in this over from Shannon Gabriel would have taken the wicket of Johnson Charles. And runs in again. Final ball to bowl to Solomon Bodinga. Big play and a miss, trying to go big through the offside. That completes over number 1. It's 3 for 1. Samp replying to 141 posted by the All-Stars from Dallas.
So Simhadri is going to be bowling over number 2. He's going to be coming from the pavilion end, or the southern end. Going to bowling spin. No, he's going to be bowling his medium paces.
Yes, Ivor Henry is a quality bowler. Pani Simhadri. And he's been among the wickets in this tournament. We saw last night he starts his run up straight a bit behind the umpire, and the batter probably would not see him for a couple of steps until he starts to come across. Let's see if he's gonna employ that plan. But we'll come into bowl for the first time to Andres Gauss.
Well, I guess for the left-hander, he's gonna start from wide because his left arm.
Well, that happens if he bowls around the wicket, but he's coming over. And he starts pretty well. That's a quality delivery from Simhadri. Very good start from him.
Yes, Yorker length ball into the toes. One of the Joel Garner special. Can't score.
So 139 from 113 balls. They've lost the wicket of Johnson Charles, but still lots of batting to come. Amir Jangu, Jacobus Pinar, Monang Patel, Rohan Mustafa. Oh, look at this. Plundered into the onside, and that has gone a long way with all the ease in the world of the bat of Andres Gauss.
Yes, it seems as if he had that ball tied up in a tree, in a sock. Let's have a look. And just swatted it. Easy peasy. Over the ropes.
A commanding shot from Andres Gauss. He's just a talented player.
And again, we want to give the production crew all the kudos in the world. Good camera work.
Scores of 50, 93, and 7 for Andres Gauss. He's really gotten some couple of big scores in this tournament. 50 and 93 And what a shot from Andres Gauss. Picked it up well. Picked it up early. And struck it well over the ropes for 6. Good comeback ball here from Simhadri. And it's 9 for 1 in the second over.
Yes, so he gets off the mark with an almighty 6. Good looking shot. It's a proper cricketing shot. And I hope you're taking in all, if not most, of this 14th edition of the US Open. One more day, the grand finale. Curtain comes down beginning at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Then the presentation take place after the conclusion of that match. Who will be the two teams who will be vying for 150,000?
So goes big again. It's gone high. And it's gone far enough. Well, they'll come back for a couple of runs. Good work here from Carrie Pierre. And it looks like only a single. In fact, they come back for a couple of runs, but it was in the air for a long time.
A very long time. Didn't get the sweet part of the bat. He had the height, never the distance. But good work. Two men going after it. They never gave up. They never say it's high in the air and he's going to go for 6 because they've seen an almighty 6 struck in the over. That's good cricket all around.
So very good intent shown here by Andres Gauss to Simhadri. And ball steered into the offside. Easy single and brings Solomon Budinger on strike. It's 12 for 1, Ivor Henry.
Yes, trying to get to 142. I'm saying that Samp Army, one of the favorites in this tournament, and I think they needed much more than they won 41. And that's just my opinion, folks. But cricket is a funny old game. Game of glorious uncertainty. We have good weather for cricket. The sun is out in all its glory. Umpires have improved. That's what I've been told. And they are human, but the wind is blowing from west to east.
So ball played onto the square. That will complete over number 2. And after 2 is 12 for 1. So 12 for 1 at the end of 2. Shannon Gabriel will continue.
Yeah, just some 9 runs from the last over. So Gabriel going to try to make that up here from the far end.
And we've seen a couple of big shots from Andres Gauss. One that went for 6. So he's driving up towards mid-off. Unmuk Chan, the captain, who got a 50 today. He's in attendance and it's 12 for 1. Still asking 130 from 107 balls. And they'll need just over 7.2 at this juncture. And of course, those numbers will keep going up and down depending on how the players out in the middle play. Samp Army would have just returned, the brand Samp Army would have just returned from the Abu Dhabi T10, in which they would have placed 3rd in that tournament. Andres Gauss was part of that unit. Driven, lovely shot, straight down the ground. Look at that. The class of Andres Gauss, and that's 4 runs written all over that one.
That is class. Let's have a look. Over pitch and straight as an arrow. Straight driven, down the ground, not a man move.
So Andres Gauss, a classy looking shot. And that's what you gotta love with T20 cricket, Ivor Henry. While there's so much opportunities to play the big shots, proper cricketing shots is still the order of the day. And a quality shot from Andres Gauss. That's lovely off the bowling of Shannon Gabriel. Again, driving straight to the captain, Unmuk Chan, this time.
On the offside, so he's stroking it nicely, but not placing it as straight as he would have wanted. Or else, well, you never know. Shannon Gable may have gotten in the way. But it was a good-looking cricket shot. It was a good-looking cricket stroke. It looks good.
So 16 for 1. Still 126 from 105 balls. Oh, lofted into the onside. Will pick up runs here. Ashley Nurse gives chase, and they come back for a couple of runs. A good batting from Andre Gauss so far.
Yes, into the legs, and he whipped it over the infield for 2. And let's have a look.
Yeah, we're looking at the straight drive. Look at this.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, glorious.
Doesn't get better than that. Probably one of the best shots we've seen today. And a lovely drive off the bat of Andres Gauss. All class. So Shannon Gabriel has gone for 6 in this over so far. And will come into bowl to Andres Gauss. He's batted exceptionally well so far. And into the offside. But straight to Unmuk Chan. Single, 19 for 1. So we saw in the last over many attempts made by Bodinga to really get bat on ball. And apart from one shot, struggled against Shannon Gabriel in the last over. And what a difference we saw when Shannon Gabriel bowled to Andres Gauss. Play and a miss. So that will complete over number 3. And after 3, it's 19 for 1. So Kari Pierre comes into the attack. And he's here to defend 123 from 102 balls. Asking 7.2. And Ivor Henry, they're going a 6.3.
Yes, well, Johnson Charles came and left. He came for a short time. Came for a good time. Didn't have such a good time. But he definitely didn't come for a long time. Shannon Gabriel has left the field, having plucked out Johnson Charles, leg before wicket. So Kari Pierre is going to be taking up the attack with his left-armers, bowling round. He's going to be bowling to Gauch, who's played some lovely shots so far in his inning.
It's a very attacking Andres Gauss. We saw in the previous over, took Simhadri out of the ground. And also we saw in the over from Shannon Gabriel, a lovely straight drive, perhaps the shot of the day. And it's 19 for 1. Kari Pierre comes in. The ball cut away into the offside, can't score. And so 2 good balls here from Kari Pierre.
Yeah, Pierre started well. Definitely, they need to hold the reins if they want to be in it. If you win, you're in. You lose, you're snoozing.
Yeah, good bowling here from Kari Pierre. We've seen 3 dot balls in a row. Applying pressure here on the attacking and free-flowing Andres Gauss. And so far, Gary Pierre has been able to keep Andres Gauss relatively quiet. Let's see how long this will persist. So into the onside, a single, and that brings Solomon Bodinga on strike is 20 for 1.
Yes, a further 122 to win from 98 balls. Equation is easy peasy, I'll say, for the Samp Army. If I was a betting man, I don't think they'll be losing this one. But who knows? I think the Dallas All-Stars, they've got to stay in it. They've got to pick wickets. They've got to bowl a lot of dots. We have seen 3 in this over so far. For the 1-1, Pierre has got to come good. It's now or never.
So worked into the onside, easy single here. And brings the attacking Andres Gauss back on strike. We saw the bowling of Shannon Gabriel has posed some problems for Solomon Bodinga. But not the case when he bowls to Andres Gauss. Andres Gauss seemed pretty comfortable. And so 121 to win from 97 balls, asking 7.4. And Andres Gauss finds the gap. Has he? There's a long chase here for the fielder. Oh, he does well. He does well to keep the ball from crossing the ropes. And what an effort from this fielder. And they'll pick up a couple of runs.
Yeah, let's have a look and see him. And the field out there is putting in the dive. He's going down, 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 down. Here it is, here it is. He's going to dive on dry land just to save 2, just in the nick of time.
So outstanding work from the fielder. Saved the boundary. 4 gone is 23 for 1. So Shamar Springer comes into the attack. The ball worked into the onside, only a single. Change of bowling. Shamar Springer, the hero of last night.
Yeah, we didn't get to see him on the square this morning wheeling the willow, as Ashley Nurse was preferred ahead of him.
And the reason why Dallas All-Stars are playing in the semi-final, because of Shamar Springer?
Yes, they rode on the back of Springer, needed all of 19 for victory from the last over, and he delivered.
So Andres Gauss comes into strike. They need 118 more.
His heart was in his hand there. He tried to play this one in the onside, coming off the inner portion of the bat, going one bounce to backward square leg, short, keeping company with the umpire.
Yeah, he went in the region of Josh Cobb. We saw not too long ago a valiant attempt to save a boundary. Josh Cobb. Oh, look at that. All the ease in the world. Over the mid-long off area. And it's gone for a maximum. He bats with ease.
Yes.
And the ball goes very far with his timing.
Inside out. Let's have a look. Springer goes over. He's using his feet well. And oh, glorious. With all the ease in the world. Just picked his spot and away she went.
Another lovely shot from Andres Gauss. He bats with so much ease. Seems to have so much time. And he really times the ball well. Full face of the bat. And all the ease in the world. That's gone for a maximum. Oh, there we go. Into the onside this time. Has he given someone a chance? He has. So that's the end of Andres Gauss. Gary Pierre comes up with a well-judged catch. And the second wicket goes down. Gauss gone off the bowling of Shamar Springer.
Yes, indeed. We're having a look at it here. He was hitting against the wind, as you can see. The wind is coming from west to east. And he was hitting against the wind. And he didn't time it as well as he would have liked. And Andrew Gauss goes back to the pavilion, hoping that his other teammate will continue. He's 30 for 2. We're into over number 5. prior to that, he played a lovely inside-out shot for 6, trying to repeat it into the onside. But a good catch in the end, because we've seen some spill catches today. Many that we thought would have been easy catches, they were spilled. But they don't want to drop this man. This man looks good. He looks easy in the eyes. But again, sometimes you have to get a blade of grass, toss it in the air, just to see which way the wind is blowing.
So a couple of big wickets to fall. Andres Gauss, he has just returned to the shade, and earlier on we would have seen the departure of Johnson Charles. Monang Patel comes to the middle, and it's 112 to win from 92 balls. Ivor Henry.
Yeah, Bodinga has been kept relatively quiet. He's 4 from 8, and he now has got to lift his game as Patel would try to get in. By no means 142 should be, hard for Samp Army. They would have scored over 200 twice in this tournament so far. But one never know. Never know.
So the US captain comes to the middle to join Solomon Bodinga. Still 112 needed from 92 balls. Anybody's game. Shamar Springer to Patel. Goes down the leg side. Big appeal. He's gone. So given a cut behind. Monang Patel falls first ball. And all of a sudden, Shamar Springer on a hat-trick.
So they're reserving him not for the batting, but for his bowling. He was the batting hero last night. Let's have a look. Springer, right arm over, jump, delivers. Yes, all bat, and the taker. No pad was nowhere close to that, and he tried to let the umpire think that he didn't get it yet. Off the towing of his bat, he's feeling it now, saying, "Bat, you let me down." So Springer didn't bat today, but he can very well be the hero with the ball.
So Pinar comes to the middle. And Shamar Springer is on a hat-trick. It's all happening here at the Broward County Stadium. Monang Patel given the first ball. And that's a golden. Is that a golden?
Golden duck, yes. And so Johnson Charles may have started a duck farm, and he has followed. Johnson Charles went for a 2-ball duck.
So 112 to win from 91 balls. Still asking 7.3. They're going a 6.2. They've lost a couple of wickets in this over. And Shamar Springer continues to have a couple of good games. And I say couple because yesterday was a grand finish for him. And he runs in with a hat-trick ball into ball to Pinar. Outside the off stump. He drags it into the onside. They scamper for run. And it's all happening here at the Broward County Stadium. 5 gone, 31 for 3.
Yes, it's really getting exciting here. We'll see this last one. He's getting an insider, dragging it from outside the off stump. That was a hat-trick ball. And throw was a little weak one coming in there. Well, it's all happening here at the Broward County Stadium, right here in the beautiful city of Lauderhill. You win, you're in. That's got to be on the mind of these two teams. If you want to get to the big stage tomorrow, you've got to win.
So Simhadri comes back for his second bowling spell. And he starts with a ball driven into the offside from Pinar. He picks up another run and hands the strike over to Bodinga. 32 for 3.
Yeah, that was just out of the reach of the extra cover. In the air, it was aerial. We're still in the power play, and We have long on and mid wicket. Loud appeal, and not given, not interested. Umpire says no. We'll have a look. No, that's beating leg. Seen all the 3 sticks in front of him, so more hopeful than anything else. Outside the off stump, he's going inside out. He's getting runs here. Didn't time it as well as he would have liked. In the meantime, the batters would have crossed for 2.
Yeah, good looking shot from Solomon Bodinga over the infield. They need 108 from 87 balls, so anything will work. 34 for 3.
So Simhadri doing very well for himself into his second over. He's gone for some 12 runs. Comes in now, bowls. This time he's going after him. He's coming in the direction of long on, and he takes the catch. He claims the catch. Wicket number 4 goes. And they're tumbling, they're falling. Is this where Samp Army is going to go down, down, down?
So wonderful catch from Unmuk Chan, it appears. Had to run a long way, put in the dive at the right time. He had to time it well. And look at this one. Look at the catch here from Unmuk Chan. Oh, came in, was getting very low. Timed the dive to perfection.
Yes,
brought
indeed.
the ball up, and that's the end of another wicket here. Solomon is gone. It's 34 for 4.
Yeah, I don't think he would have picked it up in the deep first. He was late getting out of the blocks, but he got there just in the nick of time. And once he got his hands on it, he held on and held on until the umpire raised that dreaded finger. 34 for 4 into over number 6. And I always say, only 2 men can be outside of the 30-yard circle. And you have got to hit in the air to at least one of them. I think that is a cardinal sin. So many acreage all around. There was a long on in place and a mid-wicket in place, and you strike it in the air towards long on.
So Amir Jangu comes to the middle. And Samp Army in some bit of trouble here. They still in need 108 from 86 balls. We've seen the departure of Andres Gauss, Johnson Charles, Solomon Bodinga, and Monang Patel.
Yes, well, Simhadri with his tails up, and the Dallas All-Stars are all with the tails up. Let's just put that into perspective.
So Simhadri will come into bowl to Amir Jangu. We saw Amir Jangu the other night. Got among the runs and got into the 30s, batted exceptionally well, and whether or not he's going to be...
He comes in now, and this time he's covering up, back along the track to the bowler, can't score, dot in the scores book. Remember, Samp Army has not lost a match. They've been the only team to score 200s in this tournament, and now they're up against it. But it's early days yet. We're just into over number 6. Outside the off stump, he's driving and can't score, can't beat the extra cover as over number 6 comes to an end. A successful one.
So we're back here. Samp Army under pressure. 34 for 4. They're in some serious trouble now. Amir Jangu and skipper Pina is in there. Jangu has been in good form in Trinidad, playing for the Samp Army down there in the Dream 11. And Pina has also been in form, but it'll take a really good effort. You've seen good bowling by Springer, 2 for 8 in his opening over, and Simhadri also has taken a wicket.
Yes, Springer was on a hat-trick. We didn't see him willow this in this match. He did so last night.
Yeah, he is now. He bowls and Pina drives. can't beat short cover in Aaron Jones.
It's a lovely looking shot, though. It was all along the carpet. Extra cover well placed there. And he's in a hot potato spot. I can tell you, if that's what comes off the meat of the bat.
Springer. They'll be looking to push 2 here. A weighted shot, but the fielder down at the backward square boundary, attacking that one quickly.
Yeah, their tails are up. They know that if you win, you're in.
Well, Django is yet to get off the mark. If Django stays in there for any length of time, he could bring Samp back into this encounter.
You're using a long word there. How do you spell if? I-F-F-F-F-F-F-F.
I was very surprised that he did not open the batting. Django.
Instead of Johnson Charles?
No,
Johnson Charles
well, he and Johnson Charles normally would open the left-right combination. It's coming forward and pushing it away.
Extra cover gets in the way again. That's a man who is in the...
Aaron Jones.
Yes, he's in a hot spot, but too many coming to him. So he says, wow, I think I better trade place with you. Because that comes off the meat of the bat. If it's a catch, it's going to be coming at pace.
Oh, looking to cut. That one made some height. Django playing underneath that one.
Yeah, he missed out there. It's set up, and once we gotten past the backward point and the third man up in the circle, he would have been in business.
So some nervous times here for Samp.
Well, you know the law of average. They said you're due to lose one. Would it be this one, or would it be the one in the finals? Or would it go unbeaten?
Coming forward and working it into the gap. That's what's required at this point in time. All they need to do is rotate the strike. Current run rate is just 8.1. Rotate the strike, put away the bad balls, and ensure that they don't lose wickets. I thought Andres Gauss, after hitting a 6 in the over, should not have played that shot that he played to get out. He's a pivotal man at the top of the order. But again, Samp set back by Shannon Gabriel, and Shannon Gabriel has been bowling really well in this tournament.
He's sharp too as well, so he's off the field at this time. But
well, he's actually on a third man. Oh, here is Springer. Pina drives. He's only going to get one. So it's the end of over number 7, and the end of it is 37 for 4. So we're back here at Central Broad Regional Park. Just to remind our viewers to like the MAQ TV page on YouTube and to also subscribe. Dallas All Stars, they're on top here at the moment.
Yeah, we still have another match this evening at 5:30, so don't you dare go away. We're into day number 8. We've gone past the halfway stage of day number 8. One more match, and then tomorrow we have the grand finale, which begins at 11 o'clock US time.
So here's Lynn Todd. And the Pina, well, that delivery gives him out. I would like to see the replay on that. Did that pitch outside the leg stump? Left arm spinner, bowling over the wicket. Let's see that replay. And 37 for 5. What's happening here?
Was a lazy shot. Playing across it. Let us see.
Let's see. Oh, I think he's out.
He's dead. He's gone.
He's out.
He put his left foot right in front. We can see that again. He put his left foot in front of the sticks.
Yeah. Let's have another look.
Look at his left foot going in front of the sticks. See? Coming from there, putting it in front of the sticks.
Yes, he's out.
Easy decision for the umpire.
So
easy.
Pina can't.
If that left foot stayed there, no, he can't complain on that one. That was easy.
37 for 5 here
That
at
the
the
skipper?
moment.
Was that the skipper?
And Garrett Delaney, who bowled well, is now going to join Amir Django. Samp Ami. They're in problems here in this first semi-finals. Needs a near miracle now to come back.
Well, they're just halfway down in terms of the wickets, but the runs with 37 trying to get to 142, you're going to take some climbing. But Django is still there. Your man Django is still there.
I thought Sampami erred by not sending him at the top of the order. It's going to be Lintott to continue.
You still have time, you know. I mean, you're asking a required run rate of 8.
And Delaney is immediately off and running. They should be looking for 2 here.
No.
And he takes 1. So it's going to be Django now to face. Let's see how Lintott bowls to the left-handed Django. Sampami recently finished 3rd in the Abu Dhabi T10. Commendable in that, indeed. Team from the United States, doing the United States proud. Here's Lintott. Django.
That's a good delivery.
He's respecting a good delivery.
He's bowling back of the hands. He's coming back.
That's a Chinaman.
Yes, he's bowling Chinaman. You know the Chinaman came about?
Ellis Pus Achong.
So can't believe
it. He's back and it goes deep in his crease here, Django. Just getting that extra sighter. Gets 1.
He's doing the right thing. They have got to rebuild here. Can't afford to lose number 6 at this stage. So that was well batted. If they would have lost 1 or 2 wickets, I think he'll have been swatting this one over the cow corner. Can't afford to play any aggressive shots down. That's another good shot again. Sometimes you just have to pick up the pace of the wicket, get your eye in, and then you can have a go.
Well, all they need to do is to stay in the game, play the overs. Play an overs game, stay in the game. As every over go, ensure that you're within a reasonable required rate. Oh, that's well bowled. That was the googly. And it's the end of the over, the end of Lintott's over. It's 39 for 5, Sampami.
Yeah, just 2 runs coming from that over. Take this opportunity to say good afternoon to Kimberly. And Kimberly has called it George. Good afternoon, George. Just 2 runs.
Kimberly has called it George. I like that. Good one, Iva. Kimberly has called it George. Yeah, it's carry pair. And this is swept away by Django. They take 1. They're going to come back for 2. Reverse sweep. I mean, Django will know a lot about carry pair. They both come from the land of steel pan and calypso.
And that's Trinidad gifts to the world. The steel pan. Music coming from an old oil drum.
Yes.
Winston Spree comes
Winston
to mind.
Spree, Simon. It's working it away again. They take 1. So Django has the experience. He knows exactly how to go about a run chase. He has experience. He's played for Trinidad and Tobago. He's played for the Leeward Islands as their foreign player. He's also played for the Jamaica Talawans. He's played for the Trinbago Knight Riders. So he has the experience.
He's been around the park, and you said Leeward Islands. He's represented me well. By the way, today is the local election.
Have you gotten an update?
No, not as yet.
how many seats? About 50 seats?
No,
Cut
just 5
away.
seats.
And this is going to go into the boundary for 4. It beats short third man. And that's a welcome boundary for the Army.
Yes, I said these two have gone about their business in a quiet way, but they're really, let's have a look.
Quietly efficient, you think?
Yes. It was a bad one outside the off stump, and he said, okay, I'll capitalize on this one, and I'll get me a boundary to put around the poles that's been planted. They've been getting some singles and some dots.
Again, he's back and cuts squarer. There's protection down there. So these two will be looking to rebuild an innings that was in shambles early on.
Well, they can get there, and the power play was 50 when the Dallas All-Star batted.
One more to Django. Django is showing a calm, cool, collected head.
I think he's playing it right, because a lot of people think when you're playing 20 overs, you just have to go bang, bang. But you can go bang, bang, but the situation calls for exactly how he's batting. Until he gets the looseners, and then you see the good balls that he can hit for 4. In cricket, you should be able to hit the good ones as well.
End of over from Carry Pair. At the end of 9, it's 48 for 5. Django's driving, coming forward. Lintott bowling back of the arm, left arm Chinaman and Googly.
Yes, and these, indeed, the defending champions. That's the Cavaliers. Not with us this year, so we're going to have a new champion. So he's tugging this one down to deep mid-wicket for a single. Like I said, these two are building a partnership. They need to do that. And after 10, they can assess the situation and then take it from there. We do play 10-10, you know.
Yeah, I want to say good night to Sibi Sheikh out there in London. Sorry, in fact, he was some sorry. I think he's in further north now in Manchester. Sibi Sheikh, a big supporter of cricket here in the US Open. He loves the US Open. That's struck away by Django, and it's out court. Wow, what a catch taken on the edge of the boundary. Amir Django has to go. Unlucky for him, and that is a wicket number 6.
That indeed was a good catch. We'll see that again on the monitor. That was a great catch. It was timed to perfection. It was 6 written all over it. It was over his head. Let's look back of the hand. Sweet pin, but playing against the wind again.
The ball hung in the air because he was hitting against the wind, and it's all about jumping
just in time. Both feet off the ground and came down within the ropes.
Inches away from the ropes, and he had the presence of mind to just rope it in. Unmuk Chand has taken a splendid catch.
Beautiful. That's one for the highlights. And now you're going to see that on MAQ TV. We look at it again. It was a lovely shot. But like I said, you're playing against the wind. And here it is in real time. Good catch. Good presence of mind about the rope at the same time. And I can tell you,
49 for 6, and if I were Unmuk Chan, I would have brought Shannon Gabriel back into the attack right now to press on. But we'll see how he goes about it. Lintott.
No, well, Shannon
Creating
Gabriel
problems here. And new batsman is Mustafa.
Yeah, Shannon was off the square there for about 4 or 5 overs, so he can't bowl just yet. So skipper Vinod would have to wait. Umpire said no, not so soon.
Well, let's see what Lintott has in store again. Look at the field. For the left-handed Mustafa, there's a short backward square. Deep square leg on the boundary, deep mid-wicket and long on the onside. And on the off, there's a short cover in Shannon Gabriel. Long off in Kari Pear, his sweeper on the cover boundary. And the first slip, Ashley Nurse is there. And down at the point, Shamar Brooks. Let's see Lintott. Spinning the ball from hand to hand. He comes in now, and this is a reverse sweep played by Mustafa. But Shamar Springer is in attendance.
Yes, bowling some Chinamen here. Can't believe I got out to a bloody Chinaman.
Ellis Pus Achong, the man who was bowling. And it's the end of the over, the end of 10. The score is 50 for 6. I want to thank Ivor Henry for being here with us. And next up is the man from Connecticut, Leonard Archiba. So welcome back. Let me say good afternoon again to Lenny Archiba. Good afternoon, Lenny. How are you?
Thanks, Vinod. 50 on the board. They need 92 from 60 balls. And what a game we're beginning to see here. This Dallas All-Stars team seems to be the unbeatable bunch so far. Last ball win last night and taking 6 wickets for 50 runs today. They're defending 141.
Delaney just backing away from Ashley Nurse, but still he's able to get it away for a single. Nurse following him.
So we've seen the fall of Andres Gauss, Johnson Charles, Bodinga, Monang Patel, Jacobus, Pinar, Amer Jangu not too long ago. And a good fighting effort to defend what they've put on the cards here by the Dallas All-Stars.
Yeah, we thought that was inadequate with a powerful Samp batting lineup.
Yes, Vinod, but still batting to come. Well, not necessarily to come, but out in the middle, for example, Rohan Mustafa has played at the associate level for a long time, and Gary Delaney, he's a top player himself, so still batting out there for this powerful put-together Samp Army team. And now they need 89 from 57. They'll need to bat smartly here and keep an eye on the required rate that has gone to about 9.3 at the moment. The fact of the matter, Samp Army, more than anything else, have lost wicket in quick succession. And that has been one of the problems with this chase. 54 for 6. Rohan Mustafa would have been captain of the UAE team for some time and has been around associate cricket for a long time. Oh, has he taken the catch? Yes, he has. Unmuk Chan has been amazing today in the field. Not too long ago would have taken a spectacular catch, and this is another one. He pulled this one off the ground, and another wicket goes down. Delaney gone. 54 for 7.
Unmuk Chan, the star. You can see Delaney looking to get that to mid-on. Uppishly, inches from the ground. We've seen some spectacular catches today. Unmuk Chan has featured in 2 of those. And I tell you something, the writing is on the wall for Samp Army at the moment.
Yeah, we saw a very good catch also from Kari Pierre. So the catching has been good from the Dallas All-Stars. and they're really inspired to go at this powerful put together Samp Army team. They haven't lost a game so far, but they're under pressure here at 54 for 7. The team that wins here will play in the championship game tomorrow. And from the look of things, Dallas All-Star, they're in a very good position to be playing tomorrow. So Michael Finan comes to the middle. Let's look at the batting to come after Michael Finan. If the batting gets to Nisarj Patel and Manoj Acharya, we'll have to wait and see. But Nisarj Patel and Manoj Acharya are the two remaining batsmen. Finan comes out here at 54 for 7. We've seen a quality over here from Ashley Nurse. Only 4 singles in this over. And we've seen Shannon Gabriel also off the field, Vinod, and you get the impression that he may not be needed the way things are going here.
I don't think they want to risk him. He has been absolutely splendid on the field with the ball, so they may want to save him for the finals, because as it looks here now, it's going to be really hard to stop Dallas from reaching the finals.
Yes, Vinod, the problem with the Samp Army team, they've lost so many wickets in quick time. We haven't seen an batting with application. Everyone came and left quite early.
At the start of the innings, they were chasing 7 runs and over. There was no need to play some of the shots. I thought Andre Scouse, now hitting a 6, should not have played the shot he played looking to pull over mid-wicket. That's hitting against the wind. And they saw Django fall in a similar manner, hitting against the wind. So I thought shot selection was really not in order. Mustafa gets a single here.
So
big blow losing Johnson Charles at the top of the order. And then another big blow losing the US captain Monang Patel without scoring.
Yes, Vinod, when you look at his scorecard, apart from Gauss, who got into double figures, no one else has. And Jake Lintott, he has picked up a couple of wickets, 2 for 5. He's bowled impressively well. Left arm Chinaman bowler. And will come into bowl to Michael Finan. And he can't get the ball off the square, so good performance here so far from Jake. 55 for 7 at the moment.
Yeah, he's bowled magnificently well. 2 for 5, back off the arm. We thought that he would be spraying it, but no.
So they need 57. They need 87 from 51 balls, and all of a sudden the run rate has gone. The required rate has gone over 10.
It's 10.2 at the moment, to be exact.
And these are good numbers for any bowling team. As the game progresses, the required run rate is getting higher. And so this is very good for our bowling unit.
Michael Finan is not inspiring confidence with the bat here, I can tell you. And if he's batting like that, I can't imagine how the others would fare.
So first semi-final. This one is played into the onside. We'll only get a single. Second semi-final comes up a little bit later on. 5:30 schedule. Stallions X will take on the Masters. We would have seen the Masters getting past Clarion County earlier in the morning. But you're watching Samp Army and Dallas All-Star. Dallas All-Stars in a strong position here to be playing tomorrow. He comes down the track. We'll have to wait and see. Could be leg by here. This will close out over number 12. Leg by is the call. 57 for 7.
So it's going to be Ashley Nurse from around the wicket now. And he is bowling to Finan, the left-hander. Played away uppishly. Just a single.
And we know we 12 team made it to the starting line. We're down to the last 4, and pretty soon we will come down to the last 3, and then later on tonight when we close up shop here, it will only be 2 teams standing for tomorrow 11 o'clock grand finale.
In the air and over the rope, 6 runs. Mustafa hits a 6.
Yeah, good looking shot from the batsman. Timed it well and struck it well enough for that to go for the maximum. And that's a good looking shot, 64 for 7.
Well, Mustafa driving there, looking accomplished. Finan. That's Mustafa.
So ball cut away into the offside. Finan picks up another run and brings the left-handed Rohan Mustafa on strike. So this over's gone for 8 so far. This has been a very good over for the Samp Army. And Mustafa on strike. Quality player, but under pressure here, Vinod, to get 10 and perhaps upwards and 10 runs and over. It's not going to be easy with 44 balls remaining. Look at that, bringing out the switch hit, running up towards the fine leg boundary, and that has rolled away for 4. So 4 off the bat of Rohan Mustafa. Well executed shot in the end. And Samp Army, they go up by 4. So 73 to win from 43 balls. The advantage still in favor of Dallas All-Stars. .530 starts. Stallions X will take on Masters. Masters has made a very good comeback in this tournament, Vinod. It looked at one point that Masters was going to disappointingly crash out of this tournament.
Yeah, well, at the preliminary round stage, after the preliminary round stage, Masters won just 1 game. And they were able to advance like a wild card. So, can they go all the way?
Yeah, we saw strong performance from Sherfin Rutherford and Ben Mike. And seemingly they're beginning to peak at the right time. So lofted in the air chance here for Aaron Jones. Takes a well-judged catch in the end. And that's the end of another wicket to fall. 69 for 8.
Yeah, Michael Finan hitting that one straight down the ground. Jones just backing away and taking it to make it look very easy indeed. Another wicket. So Samp Army, they are just moments away of being ousted from this 2022 edition of the US Open.
So Jake Lintott picks up another wicket. Very impressive bowling spell from him. He's bowling a 3 for 6. And another wicket goes down here for Samp Army. They still need 73 with just a couple of wickets standing. 73 from 41 balls, but they're on the verge of getting bowled out, batting a 69 for 8 as Nisarj Patel makes a slow walk to the middle.
Patel was brilliant with the ball for Samp Army. Now they're asking him to do it with the bat. They graduate 10.7.
And he joins Rohan Mustafa. So out of the other 12 teams that have not advanced and would have gotten an early couple of days off, we would have seen Florida Scorpions also in the tournament. We would have also seen Stallions Cricket Club, not to be confused with Stallions X. They're still in and they'll be playing next. Then of course we saw UMMC had to wait until the last ball. They were knocked out last night by Shamar Springer and the boys. Then we saw the performances from the Virginia Bears, a team that came and played and was dominated. Didn't do too well, but on behalf of CCUSA, we've got to say thank you, best of luck next time to all these teams that have not made it to the latter stages of the competition.
Some of those have already signed on to come back.
And then, of course, we saw Central Valley United CVUCC. Tampa Tigers was here also. And the Titans also made their appearance in the 2022 US Open. So Nisarj Patel along with Rohan Mustafa, they need 71 from 39 balls. Things are winding down here. Asking rate almost 11 runs and over. From the look of things, it looks like Samp Army will be the latest casualty to exit this tournament. And Dallas All-Stars will punch their ticket to tomorrow's final in the prestigious US Open. This year being the 14th year of this competition in 2022. So from the look of things here, it's Dallas All-Stars that will be playing in the final tomorrow. As Jake Lintott continues to bowl well, 3 for 7 so far. In fact, 3 for 8. And another single off the bat of Nisarj Patel. So Vinod things winding down here, and it's Dallas All-Stars all the way so far.
Yep. $72 for 8.
So
and now it's 9. Well. Lintott. New beauty. His 4th wicket. And Lintott coming to the party here in a very crucial match. That one was through the gates.
Yeah, that's the he's a Chinaman bowler. So probably that's the orthodox one, or probably
that's
the left-hander
googly.
Yeah.
That's
the
a
left-hander googly.
Yep.
So another wicket goes down. Manager Charya comes to the middle, and the writing on the wall here for Samp Army. And it's Dallas All-Stars all the way. So Dallas All-Stars posting 141. And they've defended that quite stoutly. Still 70 runs needed in 37 balls. But Samp Army, they're hanging on with their 2 last men out in the middle, Manager Charya and Nisarj Patel.
So Patel did well with the ball. He's at the non-striker's end now. That's leaning on his bat. He'll be disappointed. He did his part. So there's a slip and a leg slip in position now. And Acharya clips it away just 4 off square for 1.
So 14 overs gone. It's 73 for 9. So we're winding down here in the first semi-final. And what a performance we've seen from the Dallas All-Stars. Many thought that there perhaps was 20 or 25 runs short, but in the end, early wickets off the bowling of Shannon Gabriel to get rid of Johnson Charles, and also we saw a big strike by Shamar Springer to take care of Andres Gauss, made sure that once those 2 threats were eliminated, it became a little bit easier and manageable for the Dallas All-Stars. And they find themselves in a position getting Samp Army a 75 for 9. The only time they have struggled in this series. And perhaps Vinod, it came at a wrong time.
Yeah, the law of averages according to Ivor Henry. Yeah. And they lost the game in the knockout stage of the tournament. And 75 for 9. Ashley Nurse, hadn't seen him bowl in the tournament. Well, he's doing it now.
And the fact is, Vinod, when you look at Unmuk Chan's performance, he got 58. Probably should have pushed on to get a lot more. But you can't discount the fact that he's played well to 58. And look at the catching. Look at the catching of this team.
It's been great. And that's the end of the innings. 76 all out. And the end of Samp innings. Congratulations to the good guys from Dallas. And they are going to move on to the finals. Congratulations to Dallas. They're the first team in the finals. And Lenny will give you a wrap.
So the final wicket, Ashley Nurse, Nisarj Patel into the onside, and the catching has been very good from the Dallas All-Stars. So first team to get into the final tomorrow, and the news is Dallas All-Stars, they have punched their ticket to the final. A look at the scorecard, a disappointing one for Samp Army. The first time in this competition they struggled to put runs on the table. And look at the card, they're all out for 76. Only Andres Gauss able to put double figures, and a disappointing batting display here from Samp Army. 76 all out. The bowling card, well, some impressive numbers when you look at the bowling card. Jake Lintott, he was quite impressive. Let's take a look at the wickets today. Shannon Gabriel to the big man, Johnson Charles, and here we go, quite early into the innings. In fact, without scoring, Johnson Charles was adjudged leg before wicket. Off the bowling of Shamar Springer. This was a brilliant catch from Carrie Pierre. Had very little to work with by the boundary side, but he did it pretty well. Second wicket to fall. And then, of course, the wicket of Solomon Bodinga into the hands of a diving Unmuk Chan. Unmuk Chan has been brilliant today. He batted exceptionally well. Take 2 great catches. In fact, took 3 great catches. And the fielding has really been impressive here from the Dallas All-Stars. Another wicket, Jake Lintott, who would have gone on to pick up 4 wickets. That was the second wicket for Jake Lintott. And this one, look at this one, a stunner from Unmuk Chan. He's been brilliant today. Ball played into the deep areas of the field. An easy catch there from Aaron Jones. Another wicket for the Samp Army. And Jake Lintott will go on to get more wickets. Look at this. Going through the gates of Rohan Mustafa. And not too long ago, this one, Ashley Nurse into the bat of Nisarj Patel. Final nail in the coffin. And there you have it, the Samp Army 76 all out. And so Dallas All-Stars, they're in the final for tomorrow game. One game coming up this evening still to come. And that's Stallions X. They will come up against the Masters. That game comes up at 5 o'clock. Until then, we'll take a short break and resume when cricket does so at the Broward County Stadium for more US Open action. Until then, goodbye, and I'll see you at 5:30.
Ready, boss? Well, welcome to the post-match presentation for the first semi-final of the US Open 2022. And a big congratulations goes out to the Dallas All-Stars. They're into the finals. The first team reaching the finals. A massive victory against a strong Samp Army team. And the man who created that and made it possible was Jake Lintott. 4 for 10, bowling back of the arm, Chinaman and Googly. We hear the Executive Director of Cricket Council USA, Suja Khan, is here. He will present the man of the match to Jake.
Thanks very much. Congratulations.
And also, Jake will be receiving the Eiley sunshades from our sponsor as well. Jake, talk us through that spell.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was nice for it to come out better than previous games. But yeah, credit goes to the batting unit, getting a score on the board on a wicket that was quite tough to score and was obviously conducive to spin. So yeah, credit to the batters, and then the bowlers really, that's the first time we've sort of put a complete performance together. So good timing to do it in a semi-final.
Yeah, it's all about momentum. Any preference who you would like to meet in the finals?
No preference at all. I think it's just about trying to put performances in like that. If we can put a decent score on the board, then we're a chance with our bowling attack.
Well, we'll allow you to run away. Have a good rest tomorrow. You're into the finals. That's it from us at the presentation area.